We're opening a free grocery store sponsored by Poly Market, but it was only going to last like a week.
No, that was something that happened. Oh my gosh, that's super. What is that? Water, vegetable juice, fruit juice, 100%. Black tea, green tea, natural flavors, vitamin C. It seems like a much better alternative if you have to drink. I have to drink. I do like V8 and like a Bloody Mary, but no. Oh my gosh, that happened. But it's non-GMO, gluten-free, no artificial colors, no sugar added. I get anxiety, and like it makes me like, I don't know. I have to drink. Damn, they're so good. Having even more anxiety because so I have to be careful. I have to be careful with. It definitely helps. Having even more.
From me to you, a bullhorn right out of the blue, a bullet right into your brain, in bullet points that will explain. I'm bulldozing the bullshit now. Those bullies say that I'm a cow. They're gonna find the bulwark raised. Best believe it's my final phase. Blue, the color of the sky today. Blue, the tears I'm gonna cry today. Blue, it's horrible to think about. Blue, it's terrible, it gives me gout. Blue, I'm miserable and I know why. Blue, it's visible that I might cry. Blue, impossible yet true somehow. Blue, guess he's the bull and I'm the cow. Blue, oh blue.
Curses! Felt it again! I'll get you next time, casino!
I think I'm going to have to send Lazy Self some money because we've replayed this song so much, but it's so good. It gets me in the mood to talk about Jeremy, not anything else. How's it going, chat? I think the tech issues are fixed. Who knows? We'll find out. But yeah, go subscribe to Lazy Shell. Alrighty. Now, it's raining today, which doesn't matter for a live streamer. But I did have other plans today, but they fell through. So I kind of threw this stream together. But I think there's enough to make it go for a couple hours. We'll see. You never know. And also, there might be some news happening while we're doing this. So that might be fun too. SP Spellers with a 2 says, is the goal counter fixed? I don't know. The only way to find out is to send money. By the way, I might be a bit jittery because every time I drink this Caldi coffee, like iced coffee, it drives me fucking crazy. I get anxiety, which usually coffee doesn't give me, but we'll see. Your sleep suffers if felted. Dinos when? I don't know. Maybe today we'll have to see. But we have some Jeremy content. We have some Mel content. We have some Hasan content. We've got some Chrissie and I guess I already said Mel. But the worst people you know. It only keeps getting worse with them. And you love to see it, honestly. You love to see it. It is very funny. He's anxious. Yeah, a little bit. Is it coffee brand coffee? It's not. But we will have a coffee ad towards the end of the show. Anyway, you can see here, Jeremy's continuing to go through his... well, this is the warm-up stage, okay? We're going to do these warm-up clips. Then we'll go through Hasan, the Misc folder, the Chrissie and Mel, and then we'll finish with Jeremy again. But this one is just so funny. You can see here that Jeremy, in his continued search for a place on Kick, or not Kick, sorry, Rumble, the other green side. On his continued search for a slot, he's been going to mornings. He can't wake up. He's ditching shows. But the problem Jeremy's having is that basically his entire audience that actually engages in the chat now are completely trolls. You have this guy, Packers fan Magadad 1776. He says, hi, Jeremy. I just want to thank you for all the years of service. Hold on, I'll take the chat off the screen for a second. I am recovering from a severe TBI. Now, this is not to be confused with TBA, the disease from Arrested Development. This is TBI, traumatic brain injury. So I've always found your takes very relatable, especially when you say, I don't know. It's weird. What do you think about it? Now, the problem Jeremy has here is his working memory has been so blasted by alcohol that he can only remember 10 words at a time, like a goldfish. So he reads, "Hi, Jeremy. I just want to thank you for all the years." He reads that and he's like, "Oh, it's a positive super chat. I'll read it." He starts reading these things and then he's like, "Oh, wait a minute. It was a troll all along." So there you go. There's your first little Jeremy part. Now, I have been receiving some criticism that I have to address. They say that I am only talking about negativity. They say that this is a hate channel. Well, I'm going to show you today a little bit of a timeline cleanse. Look at this. Oh, wait, sorry, that's that's actually a different one. That's in the wrong place right there. Jeremy's having tech issues with his camera, which is something that I know about, but he looks like he's like sitting on the frozen throne or something. Obviously not the one from Warcraft, but the one from his bathroom that he destroyed, or the one at Walmart that he defiled. Sorry, that's the wrong spot there. All right, here's your good news for the day, okay? Look at this. Japan's cutest fish is just 1 centimeter long. A tiny fish no bigger than a fingernail draws divers in Japan's Hyogo coast each spring. The rare cherry blossom lumpfish appears only briefly and is under a threat. Yes, that's right. Our cherry blossom lumpfish are under attack. As the seaweed it depends on disappears. Look at this little cute little guy. Look at this cute little guy. Okay? You can't call me a mean person on the internet. Look at this. I've got cute fish pictures. Okay? That is pretty adorable, though. Little Sakura lumpfish. He's adorable. Look at him. He loves the kelp in the Hyogo Bay. Actually, that's pretty... sand adjacent. Okay. I suppose the Hyogo Bay is not too far from me. Maybe I could go see this. Look at him. Look at this little guy. Oh, he's so adorable. Japan has some interesting fish. We also got something else that's Japan related that I saw on my timeline. Witnessing hostile architecture casually showing up in anime made me depressed. You know what? This is okay. You've got your hostile architecture right there. But what if I said on Twitter, what if the hostile architecture was cute dinosaurs? Because this is from Fukui, actually. So Fukui is famous in Japan for its dinosaur museum, which I haven't been to, surprisingly. They also have a dinosaur train. Where's Nerdrotic? He's in Japan right now, I think, as I understand it. But what if the hostile architecture was cute dinosaurs instead? Then maybe we can hate on the homeless together. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? All right. There we go. There's some noisy people outside too. All right, let's get into the we'll get into the mix stuff first. I had to reload everything. So before the stream started, I had to reboot everything. That's why I was 1 minute late. So you can downvote the stream if you so choose, but I'd prefer it if you like it or hit the bees in the kick. There's I've been to the Sand Museum. I haven't been to the Dinosaur Museum. All right, so Billy Mitchell, the King of Kong and the destroyer of what's his name? Carl Jobst. Not only is he going after, well, I mean, he continues to make fun of Carl Jobst, but Carl Jobst is trying to sue him now. Not only is he continuing to felt people on the internet, but his daughter's actually getting in on the action too. His daughter is Michelle T. Mitchell, has joined the Defense Council. Look at that. It's very cool to see daddy and daughter going after people together on the internet. You love to see it. All right, we're going to reload this as well. And also a bit of a funny one. Press F to spit on Ian Miles Chong's grave because Elon Musk is no longer following the Chungus. It's over. It's fucking over. So many people on Twitter that are like slot merchants and reposting merchants are getting deleted at the moment and demonetized. And it's so funny because they always seethe out. I might have to collect the best clips of all that because it is very funny. But you see these people like that Mario guy. And he's like, oh my goodness, my monetization's down 90% on Twitter. What's happening? And then it's like, well, Nikita Bear or whatever his name is comes over and he's like, well, you were just reposting and stealing everyone's shit. And now we're paying the money to the people you stole it from. Suffah Twitter slot merchants. All right, let's get into the Hasan stuff. So that's not the wrong one. I got to reload all this shit. God damn it. Right. Hasan Piker. The feds have subpoenaed Hasan Piker over his Cuba trips as part of a broader dragnet involving as many as 40 American citizens who joined the Marxist convoy to Havana. That's right. If you remember this, Hasan went over to Cuba, and he does this a lot. He goes over to these like countries that have authoritarian regimes and talks about how they're much better than America, while he's just styling on all the poor people over there, which is actually kind of funny. But he went over to Havana, and he was like, "Oh, this is amazing. America couldn't even imagine what it's like to be over here." While the country's literally having blackouts and hospitals are running out of power because they're powering the rave that he's at. So suffer, Hasan. You get what you fucking deserve. Federal officials have served subpoenas on the Marxist political influencer Hasan Piker and Code Pink co-founder Susan Medea Benjamin as part of a wider investigation into whether U.S. organizations and leaders violated U.S. law and sanctions in supporting Cuba's communist regime. Suffer, commies, that Fox Digital has learned. Parker and Benjamin among those caught in a federal inquiry into whether activists who traveled to Cuba in March violated U.S. sanctions through financing, coordination, or delivery of goods to Cuba, including potential contacts with the Cuban government personnel or entities on the islands. You know what I'm looking forward to? I'm looking forward to the Hasan Piker North Korea trip, where he goes over and talks about how free it is over there. That's great. That'd be great. Now, Hasan was questioned on whether his best buddy, Zoran Modami, would help him out. Let's have a quick look. This is a tweet from Zeet. Sorry, Yeet, not Zeet. What am I talking about? Oh my goodness, the fan started fucking up again. All right, hold on a second. Let me turn on fan control and disable the noisy fan. Well, nothing is going to go wrong on this stream. I said to myself, the fan was working perfectly fine until now. All right, I'm going to blast it with WD-40 after the stream. How about that? All right, manual control, turn off. There we go. There it is. There it is. The fan's gone now. The fan has been executed. All right, let's see what Hasan has to say about this.
Activists, dissidents alike. It's a way to try to have a chilling effect on speech.
Cope sip.
And some people, it seems, some likely and some unlikely people have been cheering it on. We'll be talking about that in a second as well. You might need Zoran Magic for this one. Yeah, okay, dude. Yeah. I don't think Zoran Momdani is going to be doing that anytime soon because I'm not a concerning incident that took place.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Like, I don't really believe in karma, but it's kind of true, I suppose. You know how it is. But this is so funny because he refused to help Frogan, Casey Tron, or Denims in their lawsuit with H3. And now when he needs help, who's going to stand up for him? Suffer, Hasan.
In the New York City region of America. You know what I mean?
The call was not picked up. That's a big cope sip.
Highly doubt it.
Oh, no.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he'll prove me wrong. I don't know. But anyway.
I don't think so. He's already the mayor. Why would he help you now? We also got this one. Suffer, Hasan Piker. This is from Hotep.
I'm not going to lie to you guys. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's not great.
I love that, like the sigh. It's not great. I'm going to listen to that again.
And I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's not great. The news is not great. Okay.
It's not great.
I mean, it's bullshit, but still not great.
It's all bullshit. It's not great. I'm not doing a great time. This is like the first time in his life he's had to deal with any type of adversity since being a rich, like he was actually seething the other day about, and I know we don't really cover Hasan very much on this channel. There's other channels that do it much better, but he was seething the other day because he was saying that like, oh, people say that I'm rich, but it's not like I'm Jeff Bezos or something when he's literally the son of a billionaire. How unfortunate could this be for this guy?
That, you know, they're after your boy. They're up my ass. And I'll obviously get into it right now. I'll tell you all about it, but let me blast off real quick.
Oh, Hasan's blasting off again.
We will free you, brother. Yeah, free me. Free me.
The only one that deserves to be freed is Kaya. From the couch to the TV, Kaya will be free. Remember Dogtober 7th. There was a photo posted recently, actually, with Hasan. Well, not with Hasan, with Kaya. And it was his dog walker. And the dog walker was literally carrying a shot collar controller. So when he's paying, so now he's like, he's now delegating the dog shocking opportunities to his subordinates. What a piece of shit. What an absolute piece of shit. Suffer, Hasan.
Free me. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Now, with Frogan, last time we had a bit of stream issues, obviously. I apologize about that. Something went weird. I think it was the Asian ingest servers for Kick, but we were talking about Frogan. She has completely ignored all of her court stuff, and she doesn't believe that it's over, even though the clerk has entered a default judgment because she wasn't responding to any of the things, even the basest of responses for the legal lawsuit against H3H3. Sorry, brain fart there for just a second. Now, she said on stream that the lawsuit's not over, chat. It's still going to happen. I'm going to press X the doubt on that, and you can hit those X's or those B's in the YouTube with a Kick if you disagree. But she was caught in 4K. Well, maybe not 4K. Frogan is currently buying Xbox Game Passes live on Twitch. She raised $38,000 for her legal defense against Ethan Klein and lost by default inactivity. Oh, that's also why her body shape is that way, inactivity. Her GoFundMe is still open despite the court finalizing the default. Now, of course, she did put in that cheeky little thing on her court case that says, like, this will be used for legal defense and personal expenses. So I guess she maybe is allowed to do this. I don't know. It's not going to look good to the judge. I think the judge is going to take a big ban hammer onto her when it actually gets to the, I guess, judgment for this. We'll have to see. But what an absolute abject disaster as a streamer, by the way. She started the stream, bought the game on stream, and then started downloading the game on stream while she was trying to entertain people. What the fuck is this? That's why she can't get over 100 live viewers despite winning Rising Star twice. Who downloads a game during a stream? Like, it's competing with the same bandwidth. Obviously, just do your stream prep. Like, when I want to play a game, I have to go to the convenience store, pay for it there, because Japanese credit cards are, like, fucked up, okay? This is what I have to do. Then I download it and actually play the game. Although sometimes I just play the same dinosaur game over and over and over and over. But there you go. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what she gets for fucking around, but she's in the find out stage. All right, now we'll go to the Chrissie Mayr stuff first, I think. These are kind of funny. We've got the Chrissie and the Mel segment. They kind of like overlap. I have to reload everything. Now, Chrissie Mayr, you may remember, she had her podcast with Melanie Mac where she knew what she was doing. She invited Melanie back so that she could grift off of the drama. She knew everything about this because she'd been on 2 separate streams, she was in Camelot's stream watching when Camelot was talking about Jeremy deplatforming people and creeping on people in the Renaissance Fair. And then she was on the Nina Infinity stream with Verbal Riot talking about this situation for 2 hours. So she knew. She's like, well, no, that was weeks ago. You can't remember these sort of things. But she had her first stream, and this one brought in $750. That's pretty good. So she decided to double up and do the super chat breeding stream, where she disabled it so that you had to be subscribed for 8 days before you could actually comment on the chat unless you sent a super chat. And that stream, she brought in, I think, somewhere in the range of $2,400. But you just knew that when she got that much money, that it was time for a part 3. But this time she did something sneaky. She decided to bring on Melanie Mac again and have a second, let's just do it all again. But this time we're really going to talk about what we're going to talk about. But they were so cowardly that it wasn't even a live stream. It was a YouTube premiere. They recorded it in advance and then pretended it was a live stream so that they could both grift off super chats. Because importantly, while you can leave a super thanks on a video, very few people actually do that. Live streamings and super chats kind of go hand in hand. But if you put a video as a premiere, you can get the live chat and the super chat at the same time. So she thought it'd be like a really good strategy. I think you can see here, she even posted this in the comment. You can see here, where's Jer Bear? Hey man, you can like who you like. Ain't nobody you got to go after. Chrissie says, hey guys, the angrier you are, the more you should super chat. It helps. Now, how well did you think this worked? Well, it did work a little bit, but people understand now that you can't just give her money. And she only got $100 for the part 2. Yes, for real. It's a nasty drop off. The grifting is no longer working. Suffer, Chrissie Mayr. Suffer. She's too dumb to grift. Well, I mean, Chrissie Mayr, she's smarter than she looks. I'll describe her like that. But she's not smart enough to avoid this dog shit that she's walked into. It's a big pile of shit. We got Dave with a 2. Says WD-40 is anti-seize, not lubricant. Oh, okay. Damn it. I thought you could just use WD-40 for everything. What should I do for my fan then? Just blast it with more compressed air? That didn't seem to work. Do I have to actually buy like cooking oil or something and put that on it? I don't know. What do you guys put a suggestion in the chat? Should I use cooking oil, olive oil, or machine oil on my computer? I'm sure one of those will work. Alrighty. We also Gunterra gifted 5 subs on Kick. Thank you very much. Very, very cool. All right, now we have the couple of interesting things here. First of all, we have this one. Now this is this guy's really funny actually so far. He sent me one of these clips that we played last stream. But this is Don Flurgandy, Channel 404 News with Don Flurgandy. And this is what's really cute about these sort of whale fall situations. Now, whale fall, as you may remember, hold on a second. Let me just switch this to my ad-free account. So we don't have to watch any ads. I mean, there we go. It's YouTube Premium I have on this.
On Chrissie Mayr's
So whale fall is an old term where a big thing like Jeremy dies is like a whale when it starts floating down through the the pelagic regions, and all the fish get a piece, and it creates this entire new ecosystem. So you have all these new people showing up that maybe you've never seen before, like this guy. I mean, maybe Don Flurgandy had a career before this, I'm not sure, but he's like blowing up recently, I think. And he's like live streaming, and he's got this thing where he's like an anchor man. It's very funny, but he's going over Catholic Chrissie Mayr, hashtag tits out for Jesus, and her guest teaches her audience how to be a better adult creator. Seriously. So let's take a look at this from old Don Flurgandy with the 404 News. Go check him out on YouTube.
Podcast. Basically, she's about to give you a whole rundown of different poses that you should be doing as a model.
Okay, guys, are you ready? So we're gonna.
Are you guys ready?
So this is the Chrissie Mayr content.
No, you should do that. First things first. The feet people. It's not just feet, you guys. It's not.
Time to get into a full Nelson.
I mean, this is a very woman coded. It's Craigslist Chrissie. Oh man, I think we've got a Brittany Venti clip where she's talking about the gonorrhea story. We'll check that out next, I think.
It's not.
Chrissie Mayr approved. So do you think people watching Chrissie Mayr's podcast with these stars, they're just like, oh man, I really can't go down that road. Yeah, thank you. Thank God I watched this Chrissie Mayr podcast. No, literally the exact opposite.
Hold on.
She wasn't deep enough. Hold on.
Okay.
Now, some people have asked, why does Chrissie Mayr do this? She's 1 week away from her Catholic conversion at this point, or something. Maybe it's 2 weeks. I'm not sure. The devil's in details. Why does she keep inviting on these OF thoughts and stuff? And there's been this interesting, I've been noticing this as well. I think someone else, maybe it was Brittany Venti that mentioned this, but it seems like the stand-up comic and OF creators, they're in the same space. I mean, they're both whores, basically, is what I'm saying. But for some reason, all these stand-up creators and people that think that it's so funny to just bring on these porn stars that nobody gives a shit about because they're getting paid $5 on OF for their feet pics or something. But the question is, why does Chrissie in particular do this so much? And we think we've realized now that it's because she's failed at this. She was Craigslist Chrissie. She was going over to 2 out of 10s and giving them happy endings because she's just well, it's better than getting the subway back tonight or something, I suppose. She's giving out BJs for free in hotel bars at 10 a.m. in the morning. She wanted to be a whore, but she couldn't make it work. So this is why she brings these people on. These are inspiring to her. This is the life that she wished that she led before she decided to knock, I guess, settle down with that. Is it Kevin? I don't know who's the guy that got shit on by Ralph when Chrissie brought up Ralph's mum being walking through the hot sun. Is it Kevin? I want to say it's Kevin. 10 a.m. in the morning. Yes, it's Kevin. 10 a.m. in the morning. Yes, it's Gummy Mayr. How's it going, expert? Haven't seen you in a while. Frank, sorry.
Yeah, hold on. We got one more post.
Filthy Frank, but not the good one.
So this next one.
I think there's at least one more.
Camera's here. Ass is here. Right?
This is crazy.
You do the angles. I'm going to teach you guys how to be a foot goddess.
Yeah, here's how to be a foot goddess. Everybody, listen in.
Okay. How to coach.
Your women podcast, sir.
Name was
Brought to you from Chrissie Mayr. Get ready. Strap in.
Okay. When you're doing
strap in and
Booty
strap
Queen
on.
approved content,
Booty Queen approved.
Has to be light colored. The engagement is just not as good with black panties. And
We're talking about the best undergarments to sell content.
I'm gonna be a Catholic.
It's like advanced thottery.
2 weeks. So
Asian
people.
2 weeks. We're 2 weeks away, so we gotta cram in as much,
Hashtag
training as
tits
we
out
can
for
get
genius.
into these next 2 weeks, folks. You don't have to be the perfect Christian, right? You don't have to be the perfect Catholic. She's talking about like, I'm trying to talk to people about like how they got into such terrible situations and like, how they can get. It's like, no, you're sitting here promoting this. If you're a teenage girl, young adult woman or something like that, right? At the very least, you would be more geared toward joining than away from it.
We got a lesson, and who wants to see my?
Yeah, we got a lesson on how to be a better star.
Oh,
I'm just like trying to hear their story and see what led them down a bad path. Like, people are being taught how to be a better star on her shows.
Oh my gosh, Raider, what a good guy. Raider, I could take my top off for you right now. Raider,
hey, it's out for Jesus.
$50? Someone sent a $50 super chat and she's going to take her top off. And Chrissy's like, we can't do that on YouTube. We can't do that. That's how much it costs? $50? That's all it takes? Well, I mean, that's all it takes for that chick. But she's actually racked. With Chrissy, she just does it for free. This is actually what's probably going through her head right now. You've got the little loading screen going up. She's like, wait a minute. You can get paid for taking your top off? How do you fail at being a whore? It's like the oldest profession in the book. But somehow Chrissy's just been given away for free for all of these years. We should stop referring to them as stars. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. It's just, it's a very easy way to describe it, because they're not stars. You're right. You're absolutely right. That's the really sad thing, actually, is about all the OF stuff, is it's like basically 0.5% of them actually make money, and the rest of them just give away their tit pics for like less than $2.
Sometimes he drops a random amount of money, and I sit all night thinking, what did that amount mean? What does this 55.70?
It means he wants you, girl.
No, it means he wants you.
Really?
No.
Is he near a bathroom?
No, I'm just reading the comments. Richard Schiffman has opinions.
Richard,
is he close to a bathroom?
Actually, for OF,
she might be able to do something about that. And then she converted into OnlyFans. She's about to
my official retirement from OnlyFans. I deleted my accounts.
Yay! She deleted her OnlyFans, so she started the webcam.
Wait, she deleted her OF account, and then she's like, but I'll still take my top off for $50.
She went to OnlyFans, and she deleted OnlyFans. Isn't that a great story? But then we kind of find out, hold on, it's not like she left OnlyFans to quit the adult porn industry. No, she just went for Twitter because OnlyFans was like ripping her off with like more, because she wasn't making as much money as she could have been.
Actually deleted my...
Okay, so it's just advanced lottery. By the way, I just want to point out here that Chrissie, Mayr, and Melanie Mack had brought up that, well, Jesus would hang around with whores and things like that. Like, what are you talking about? Yes, but he was there to tell them to stop their evil ways. They bring on OF whores so that they can glorify their lifestyle and talk about how glamorous it is to get $1,000 a day to get people poking your belly button. Like, I'm not even kidding. They said this.
My account's on the 17th.
She's in there she's clapping like she gave up adult.
Applause button.
They're sitting there clapping like she gave up. No, she just went to a different site. It's like, oh, I stopped OnlyFans and I went to Fansly. Yay!
Are you
Now, I don't know about these sites because I'm not into this sort of stuff, but apparently Fansly is the, I guess, kosher or halal alternative to OnlyFans, because OnlyFans gives money to Israel or something. By the way, there'll be an Israel segment later in the show as well.
Religious at all?
Which is pretty funny.
What's your relationship with God?
I actually am there.
Even she's laughing at it. She's like, I actually brought up God to this fucking person. She's like, can you believe, like, after everything we just talked about, I'm bringing up God? Isn't that such a joke? Even she can't even take it seriously.
That's so funny. I have a very... God and I are really tight.
Yeah, they're really tight. They're best friends. They're besties.
I'm really actually scared to talk about my religion because there's so much hate.
We just got done watching the Cope Fest of saying that the devil is just out here trying to shame me. And for you to act like you're just this devout Christian or Catholic, right? That's just going through trials and tribulations. And you're just like, I know I'm not the perfect Catholic. No fucking Catholic should be doing this. Here's the thing. I'm not going to get personal.
Winter Soldier says, is she a sex witch? I mean, I guess that's the way you could describe them. That's very good.
As Jared does, right? But I have religious people in my family. To see how they actually live their life and try to actually live devout lives, and then you have grifters like these people out here just literally doing it for fucking dollars on the internet. It's fucking disgusting.
I just asked that about the God thing because I didn't know if that played a role in your decision to walk away from OF or your transition.
You act like
I guess Mr. Frogan is going to be so good to explain what I'm about to say. It's like, it's not a walk away. If you just went to get a better deal, it's not walking away from OF.
She stopped doing adult content. She just left that platform.
Exactly.
All you have to take away from these, right? It's like, if you were actually in the position of like some teenage girl, young adult woman or whatever, would you be more likely to go down the adult film industry or go away from the adult film industry after watching Chrissie Mayr's Christian podcast here?
By the way, I just want to bring up that we've covered some people in the past that have this insane idea that one day OF will be like, or OF or fancy, whatever, is one day going to be acceptable and it's going to be no big deal. Like, it's going to be so cool that your mum does OF because you've got a golden plated iPhone or some shit. It's never going to be okay. It's never going to be a normal job. It's never going to be socially accepted unless you live in a degenerate place like California or something. And they're just like, oh, it's so empowering, but everyone just still laughs at you behind your back. And the reason why, this is my argument, okay? I came up with this. The reason why OF will never be accepted as a real job, and it does make money. I'm not going to pretend it doesn't make money for some people. Not everyone, but some people do make very much money in this industry. The reason it'll never be accepted as normal is because why can't you bring OF to careers day in high school? Think about that, okay? It's never going to be normal.
Cast. And absolutely, without a doubt, most of them would be...
That's my argument.
Be like, I don't know. I mean, the adult industry, it doesn't seem too bad. A pretty good point. They might as well just name it Pimpcast. That's what she's doing out here. She's just out here pimping all these young ladies.
Man-made cap. I don't think work and God are at odds. You know what I mean? I really don't. I think that you can be a good person and do a lot of things as long as you're not breaking a commandment.
All right. Even me as a dumbass that absolutely breaks fucking commandments.
And it's good to people that really need it, but it's not the best option. Go to college, get a job.
Like, how does this actually benefit anyone? Like, how could OF be a positive thing in the world? You can get tits for free on the internet, okay? We know this. The internet is for porn, as we all know, as that famous song goes. How can milking simps out of their, I guess, tugboats from the government actually help somebody? It can't. It's just a way to extract as much value you can out of simps, which I guess is the show is called Simpcast. So there you go.
Graduate high school,
right? But then you need to be able to lay out money to go to college. So for someone who's in a situation,
why do you need money to go to college if you're just making money being a whore anyway? Doesn't make a lot of sense. It's like, well, I need this money to go to college. What do you do after college? Well, I got to continue making OnlyFans. It paid for college. Okay, just stay. I mean. Maybe it's for the best that the government's stealing their money by making them go to college. I mean, they're not making them go, but they think it's the only path to success, obviously, which it isn't.
See how it's Chrissie that actually brings up the excuses, but it's like, but you know what? Not all of them can do that. The porn star is out here talking about like, you know, it's not the best. You know, you should go to college. You should do all this other stuff. But Chrissie's the one that comes in and it's like, well, you know, they don't always have the money for that.
I don't know, chat. What do you think? Do you feel like individual girls?
Like the only OF person I think is actually like smart is probably Amaranth. But she like takes all of her money and like buys gas stations and McDonald's and stuff shit. Now, of course, she is Scanaranth, but that's the only example I can think of someone that's actually like invested their money into something real. Everyone else is just doing this like weird shit where they're just like, well, I got to get the money to go to pay for college and then stuff, and then lose all my money. Then I got to do it again. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Not at all. We got Royston Bailey with a 2 says, I could see the hypocrisy as a manipulative madam. Well, that's what some people are suggesting, is that there's this weird like NXIVM adjacent cult that is with all these live streamers. And I think PPP of the Kino Casino was the one that's talked about this the most, because Jeremy does have these connections with these top people in NXIVM, which was the sex cult. And it seems like Chrissie's like bringing on all these OF people, these strange people, and then they're like getting together with people in this space. Like, she is the one that set up the Imholtes with Ricada and his missus. And that's like started the entire polycule thing, which ultimately destroyed Nick's career. So is she a madam? Possibly. We're not sure. It's a good theory though, but that's just a theory, a whore theory. Thanks for watching.
OnlyFans or these like adult sites are predatory towards other girls. I don't
know. Is water wet? The moral,
do you think that OnlyFans contributes to sort of like marriages falling apart, or like what's your stance on the effect of like porn or OnlyFans on relationships? Like, do you think
it's bad? I'm just going to give you a spoiler right now. It's bad. It doesn't help them. But like the men that date these women, they always go through the same pattern. They're like, oh, this chick's so hot, she's on OF, I'll date her. Wait, no, you got to stop doing it because we're in a relationship. And they're like, no, you can't make a whore into a housewife. It's a phrase as old as time.
I'm not for like shutting these things down, because I think people should be able to like,
why not,
do what they want and like enjoy, but at the same time, like,
again, I don't give a shit. I think, you know, do whatever the fuck you want. If you're going to publicly grift off of like your religion or whatever, no conservative, like actual conservative religious person, if given the choice to shut down OnlyFans, they would be like in a second, in a fucking heartbeat, they'd shut that shit down.
Yeah, it should be up to like the individual couple and like to decide like what. I don't know. I want to hear your thoughts on it because it
just breaks her brain. She just can't have an actual opinion of herself. Yeah, you know what I think it is too? It's like because she knows as a Catholic she's not supposed to like this, but then she also doesn't want to seem like a prude on the internet. So
the thing is, Chrissie has said that she likes Catholicism because it's the most naughty of the religions. It's like, well, you can just do anything. You just go to confession afterwards. It's not how it works actually, but that's how she thinks it works.
She's like, I don't really care, but I guess I should. But actually, what do you think about it? Because she just can't. She has no conviction.
You don't just like come to the adult industry because everything's going great. Like it's not, I'm
like that. That's actually very true. There was this old one. I think it was the one with the chick that was like, this is so insane. But there was this clip that I was watching on the casino where they had this chick on and she was like, she got married at 16. She got pregnant at 16 and married. She got divorced by 20 and then she went into OF and she was talking about how her boyfriend was like choking her and holding a knife to her. And that she was like, when she was 10 years old, she couldn't wipe herself. So she would actually invite her friends over to her house to wipe for her or when her parents stopped wiping for her. Like, I'm not even joking. And then it's just like all of these chicks go through the same thing. Where it's like, well, yeah, I had like this abusive childhood. So I went into porn. It makes sense to me. But this, how could this be a good thing for society? There's no well-adjusted people going into this industry.
Yeah, I let this
COVID and everyone says to join OnlyFans, so now I'm going to join. No,
thank you for saying that.
We joined this industry because you need.
She said, "Thanks for saying that." She's like, "Holy, yeah, I forgot I was actually supposed to be. I forgot that I did these to steer people away from."
The owners of OnlyFans are actually funding a lot of these scamming agencies.
So let's get into this.
And it's actually just kind of like a predatory circle jerk of actually.
She's figuring out at the ripe age of 40 years old here that OnlyFans and these executives are predatory, and they're just not bad. There's not good guys.
I answer OF.
She was just 40, you sick creep.
Messages myself when fans are spending a certain amount of money. It's not always me on the free page, you guys. Like if you're just messaging the free page and being like, talk to me, mommy.
Yeah, this is 404 News with Don Flergendy. I'll show the channel at the end of this clip because it's very entertaining. I subscribe to this guy. I'm liking the content so far.
No, I'm not gonna like respond.
I did text you that earlier, Holly. I said, talk to me, mommy.
Talk to
and
me,
you
mommy.
didn't.
Here's the thing. It's just like why be such a bitch about it? Oh no, you're just not worth my time. You sell your online. Okay, you have time. You're not saving the fucking world. If this is the Call Her Daddy podcast, I would get it, but it's not. Exactly. So that's honestly the big point here.
Like the thing is some of these women actually believe they're changing the world by spreading their like fucking cheeks, because they'll get these messages from guys like, oh I was standing on a ledge and like seeing your booty pics really made me stop and goon before I jumped off, and they're like, oh my goodness, I changed his life. It's like, no, they just. These men will go to anything on the internet. It just so happens that you're the one that got the dollars out of him before they ultimately off themselves because they're pathetic.
Right. And why I even brought this up? Because it's like, if this was just like, this is what you want to do, you want to, promote adult, I don't give a, you know what I mean? I'm a pure, innocent soul myself, but you know what I mean? I don't care about for other people.
I think about creators that use third-party chatters. I don't, honestly, I think that for really.
It's like, well, she can't say anything bad about it because she'd be talking bad about herself. She just admitted that she uses third-party chatters.
Fans, I don't think you deserve to actually talk to the creator.
Deserve? What the do you?
Well, I mean, none of the OF curators are actually talking to people. They hire Indians, which are now being replaced by AI Indians, to actually talk to you. Like if you are paying some chick like Amaranth $50 and you think you DM her, mate, come on now. It's all dudes. It's all fucking dudes and now AI or vibe coded AI.
Think you're doing? You sell your online. What the fuck are you talking about? You're not giving them the answers to life.
What do you mean really cheap?
If you're spending less than $100 a month, no, I don't think you should feel entitled to talk to anyone but an assistant.
Your time.
Entitled.
Like, no.
What? Wait a second. Let me replay the clip right there. Hold on a second.
$100 a month? No.
Answers to life.
What do you mean by really cheap?
If you're spending less than $100 a month, no, I don't think you should feel entitled to talk to anyone.
What the fuck? Some losers sending this chick $100 and she won't even talk to him. Pathetic. What? Now, of course, I love all of my chatters and I talk to all of them, even the free ones. Her voice hurts. There's a Bearing video I have got lined up as well, where he talks about Melanie Mac and they talk specifically about her voice. It is so funny. Because they find out the exact range that her voice, that makes her voice annoying. It's a very, very, very like weaponized autism by Bearing, which we'll check out in a few minutes.
One button assistant.
Their time.
Entitled.
Yeah, like no, this isn't fantasy magic land where girls want to date.
Okay, I would never pay for shit like this anyway. I don't get it. But obviously, your entire fucking life depends on this.
I guess that they're
Okay,
evil,
so this starts a few of the clips because I wanted to be fair, right? We're nothing. Channel 404.
Yeah, this guy seems nothing but fair to me. Some people like making fun of his wig. It's funny. It's like it's a level of showmanship you don't often see on the internet these days.
We're here. We're fair here, right? So there were. I found a few of the. I went through this whole godforsaken podcast, right? This episode, at least. You can know I didn't go through her entire podcast because I'm still living on Earth. I brought up a couple of clips to where she kind of does some like mild like pushback or questioning the lifestyle, but it's just so like it's basically
okay, we got the fact check. That's his actual hair. Okay.
I mean,
to jump off a bridge.
To me, it sounds like they are evil.
They're talking about like the OnlyFans execs.
I guess that they're evil by omission, right? Like,
what do you know? First of all, the OF execs are evil, but you can't just push that onto them because you're complacent in this. You're making money from this. You're squeezing the money out of desperate men, and I think with men in particular, when like a man gives money to a woman, it triggers that sort of natural imperative that men have to defend and provide for women. So it's this very manipulative thing in my mind.
Like they're not setting out.
They're like, oh, it's no, we're just making money. We just have to do this. We have no other choice if we want to go to college. And then what do you do after college? You become a doctor? No. I just keep doing it. It's working for me so far. I just thought I would give the government $60,000 for fun.
Or evil by neglect.
But they're also, yeah, they're
not
evil
setting
by,
out to be evil.
Not making decisions that turn away from evil. It's like they're just sort of like, oh, looking the other way and sort of letting it in.
You know, eventually you have to have convictions. It's like she wants to like make both sides happy. It's like, well, I guess they're not evil, but you know what I mean? But they're doing evil things. And it's just like, no, people, they're absolutely making their choices knowing what they're doing is a piece of thing to do. Just as this woman knows what she's doing is.
I would say like, not that I would encourage anyone to be on OnlyFans, but I can.
But like she does encourage people to be on OnlyFans though, because she brings on these people and glorifies the lifestyle. Like that chick that couldn't even wipe her own ass without her friend. Like, this is real. I'm not making this shit up. This is the degeneracy that exists in this sector, on that sector of the internet, not this sector, that sector. This chick couldn't wipe her own fucking ass. She had to bring her friend over. She would shit outside and get her friend to wipe her ass. At 10 years old and older. It doesn't make sense. And then they say like, well, I went through this like horrible lifestyle, but they did fly me out to fucking Vegas or Miami on a first class cruise, $1,000 a day. Well, not cruise flight. They did. Some guy wanted to finger my belly button. It's so good. Like that. These people need help. We got Royston with another two saying, being a prostitute is really empowering. Oh, yes, indeed. I mean, I'm a live streamer, so it's basically the same thing. And Coffee Cat with a 10 says, be sure to check out Stoney's Bar in Rockville, Minnesota. You know, we haven't played the Stoney's commercial for a while. Should we play that? I can't even remember where it is. We haven't had a Nick segment in a long time. Although some people are asking me about the Nick segments, if are they coming back? Maybe. We'll see. He has to do something interesting so far. He had this like stream where hold on a second, there's one thing I'm looking for, which I didn't have prepped, but I do have in my folder. So he had this stream where he's like wearing makeup. So he's going through the True Out segment, I guess. Like by the end of the year, he'll be calling himself what's a female version of Nick? Nicola? It's gonna be Nicola by the end of the year. But he's just trying to get so much attention, but he's just so boring. Like he's just wearing makeup. Oh, look at me, I've got my eye punched. Haha, tee. He's changing his story about that, by the way. But then like I saw this come up recently. Oh wait, how do I move my screen back? Here it is. So Scarebro retweeted this. Kobe Lee said, holy shit, at Nick Recator. So this guy, Kobe Lee, he posted out, you're an inspiration, by the way, this is to Vic Mignogna, by the way. You're an inspiration, the way you bounce back after what Nick Recator did to you. This is the first thing, if I can tell, that Vic Mignogna has responded to the absolute travesty that Nick played on his life. So there you go. There you go. We'll see. Maybe in June. June 5th is when the court case happens. So we'll see about then. That's probably the best chance you'll get for some Nick content. All right, let's continue. This clip's almost over.
See how for women in bad situations, if they use it as a temporary way to like make money and get out of a bed, I can understand that. Like I think anybody can understand that kind of a scenario, but they make it so that it's hard to leave probably. And once you're like, oh, well, I made this X amount of dollars here.
You know, this would hit a whole lot harder if we were not just trained on multiple positions to brighten our adult profile. I think she just really loves talking to stars because she has a huge history of it. I feel like she just really felt like she missed out on the adult industry. I don't know. Maybe she's like a diva.
Yeah, I actually agree with this point, and I came up with this as well. But the reason is she failed at all of this. So she brings on these people with their inspirations because they were able to make it work.
And in her own life, it's like, hey, that's your proclivities, whatever, right?
Be a very successful and busy sucker without breaking commandments.
What about coveting someone else's wife or coveting?
So you see, this is probably one of the most like pushback that I remember Chrissie giving in here, right? I like I said, I was trying to be fair. I was trying to find any. I wasn't just trying to like pick out all the worst clips. I also tried to find like any amount of pushback that she was giving as well too.
Else isn't that part of it?
I don't covet anybody's husband.
True. You're just like, well,
now
yeah.
it's the
But like, it's not about coveting the husbands though. It's about men coveting other women via this porn industry, right? And I'm not like a super religious guy or anything. Okay, I just want to point that out. I'm not trying to morally grandstand, but I'm just saying that this is wrong. It's pretty simple.
someone
She's like, oh well, yeah. What do you mean? Of course you are. Like
else's husband is coveting me.
Right. That's their sin.
That's their sin.
that's insane. Say that it's actually worse because say that you just have an affair and you have an affair with somebody at work and you guys just are attracted to each other and you make a mistake or whatever, right?
Or what if you drink your work wife's breast milk, for example? Something like that.
There's no emotion or attraction whatsoever, or there's attraction, right? But you're getting paid actually. You're actually just out for the for the adultery. Like it's fucking worse. So let's just find out where you can find
Your
Holly.
next whale is in the chat.
Oh, the rest in pain.
Yeah, maybe your next pay pig whale that you can just suck all of his money out of him is in the chat. Thanks, Chrissie.
Gotta do pocket pose.
The poses, guys. You gotta pop it out. You gotta
Yeah, don't forget about those poses. Don't forget about those
Yeah, there'll be a Jeremy segment. Don't worry, it's coming up.
poses, folks. I mean, when I saw this, because I honestly, I was like, all right, let's be fair. You know, maybe that first interview that she had with the one that she had after Melanie Mac that was in my video, maybe that was just a one-off. You know, maybe she actually is talking to, because there are, you know, podcasts out there that do that. Soft White Underbelly, he talks to a lot of people who just been through crazy life, and that's an actually good example of a you know podcast or a YouTube channel that you know leads people away from a bad past in life, right? But
right, because I remember after January 6th, people
All right,
were
here's a bonus. Let's see this part.
messaging my Facebook friends like, "Hey, just letting you know,
Yeah.
Chrissie was at January 6th, so you should
Was
probably
she?
unfriend her."
was she by the porta potties?
My husband.
Now, my understanding of this is that Chrissie Mayr gave up all of her information about J6. So she sold people out, much in the same way that Nick Fuentes sold people out. That's how she got away with it. She's a rat.
These lies
Oh,
are
no.
messaging me. You're trying
Don't
to
catch Chrissie next to the porta potties on January 6th. So you're telling me there was a Swallow-cost on January 6th? But someone was having sex on
Not the Swallow-cost. That is the one funny thing that I saw from these whores, is the Swallow-cost thing. She sucked off so many Jewish people in the industry. You're gonna need some Schindler's Listerine to clear that out. All right, that's Don Flurgandy. Wait, I'm not subscribed on this channel. I'm subscribed to my other channel. Now I'm subscribed on 2 channels. Okay, that's 404 News with Don Flurgandy. Very funny stuff. All right, now let me see. Where is the? We got this. We got this clip from Bearing, but I think I want to go to the Mel stuff first because that brings in the Mel into this part as well. So I think we'll do that. We'll go into this Mel stuff. But first of all, Dave with a £2 says, old developer joke, AI means an Indian. I thought about that as well. When all of like this grok came out and everything, I was like, how do I know this isn't they're just not paying Indians to just make up the answers for you? Because it's about as accurate. We also have Alex Stein, Daddy gave 1 cent, and Dermy Wormy has hosted us over on Kick. Can we get some fucking bees in the chat? Spam those fucking bees.
Somebody do something relating to bees.
And also, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that like button. Come on now. Once we get to 200 likes, we get the show pushed out. Once we get to 400 likes, that's where the show really gets distributed out. And that's what makes things seen over the internet. All right. No more grifting for the likes this show until the next time. All right. So this is from Bad Banner on Hotep on Twitter, Bad Banner. This is 2 times speed. At this point, I'm begging for Melanie Mac to contribute something worthwhile to these live streams. This is what she adds to the show. By the way, the more... Oh, shit. I just spilled coffee on my lap. It's fine. I'm wearing black pants. The more bees you spam, the less you can see Melanie Mac's face. So just consider that. By the way, this is $500 an appearance, and she gets paid this twice a week. Was it muted? Oh, okay. It doesn't matter because she hasn't said anything. That's the thing. It doesn't matter if it's muted.
I'm not, a big fan of diving too deep into quote unquote conspiracy theories, but I've been around long enough to see a lot of quote unquote conspiracy theories come true. The lab leak theory on COVID was a conspiracy theory.
Right.
The 9/11 towers, basically all aspects of it, outside of a bunch of terrorists were playing into it. Any questions asked about it were conspiracy theory. It's just, I think, to me, there's generally probably some truth to this.
Right.
I could be wrong, but there seems to be some truth to it. And
that's a lot of bees.
I don't know why if we are airdropping flipping ticks, but I guess I do know why, because then they can sell as fake meat. By the way, they had ribeyes on sale at my local Piggly Wiggly yesterday for $8 a pound. I bought them. Normally, I don't buy a lot of steaks, but
this is what Jeremy's paying $500 for every fucking time she's on. Now, very funny. Jeremy's moved his show to the morning slot, and the trolls are trying to convince him that they love seeing the morning show, except he can't even make the morning show because he's drunk most of the time and hungover. So it's very difficult for him to do that. But it's even harder for Melanie Mac to go because she's, I think, an hour earlier than Jeremy. And she has to wake up 2 hours in advance to put on her cake face. I saw a picture of her without makeup the other day, and it's like she's a different person entirely. It is quite bizarre. But this is what your commentary, sir. Now, the trolls are also very funny because Melanie Mac does not want to wake up in this early time slot. However, the trolls are convincing Jeremy that they love Melanie Mac and they want to see her at 9 a.m. And now Jeremy can't tell. He has PTSD from the comments because you can't even tell. It's like the Cylons from Battlestar Galactica, where at first they're really obvious robots, and now they look like sexy chicks or something. You don't know, and they're infiltrating. And now who's a troll and who's a real fan? You can't even tell. But this clip is fucking wild. This is get your gong shows ready, okay? This one is really bad.
This is a win. A YMCA in a liberal city. Finally. By the way, here's a quick pop quiz. Does anybody remember what the C in YMCA stands for?
All right, chat. What does the C stand for in YMCA?
Anybody? No. You don't?
She doesn't know. Melanie Mac doesn't know what the C stands for in YMCA. Her entire grift is being a Christian. She didn't know what the C stands for. What do you mean?
I don't know what any of those letters stand for in YMCA.
Young Man's Christian Association.
Oh, I should have known this.
Yeah.
And then they had to make the song gay.
This is the thing. She only knows YMCA from the fucking song because she was into this gay shit before she did the fake Christian LARP. She's just like, oh yeah, I love the Yuri. I love my Japanese degenerate lesbian mangas. That's like, how fucking dense can you be? She doesn't know what the C stands for?
Yeah.
Look, there's another C that I'm thinking of that stands for something else, which Melanie Mac is. I think you can guess what it is.
That's a psyop.
What? What do you mean? By the way, Twin God gifted a sub over on Kick. Much appreciated. Let's listen to it again. This is such a layup that Jeremy threw up for her. And even, like, this is the craziest thing, is Jeremy's actually smarter than Melanie Mac. I didn't think it was possible.
Quick pop quiz. Does anybody remember what the C in YMCA stands for? Anybody? No. You don't?
I don't know what any of those letters stand for in YMCA.
Young Man's Christian Association.
Oh, I should have known this.
She should have known this. Oh. They really do need Hannah Claire on that show, but it seems like she's gone for good. Like, so Hannah Claire is free, bros. You can celebrate. Although I'm not sure if she's actually uploading content on herself just yet. All right, so let us... Oh, by the way, there's a couple other things for Melanie. She's not having a good time. She's... Oh, my goodness. That's actually... That jowl. Look at that jowl, chat. Oh, my goodness. She's not having a good time. It's rough. It's rough over there. It's rough over there. You can see some of these comments. This is posted by Rape Fruit from the Kiwi Farms. Should have read that first. Is it take your grandma to work day? She? I want to see shit. What? Oh, that's just gross. J-Dog. I like Melanie Mac. She's a great kid. Give me back my pod babe, Hannah Claire. She's not having a good time, Chad. She's not having a good time. This is like premium dog face. You know what the dog goes like? The white person dog face. Alrighty, all right. All right, that leads us nicely, I think, into this part here. This is by Bearing. I'm going to like that video there for Bearing. Annoying woman, bitch about Satan, Melanie Mack and Chrissie Mayr. And apparently I get a shout out in this video, so that's very cool by Bearing. Thank you, Bearing Bros.
Annoying women bitch about the devil.
For God's sake, Bearing, it's Monday morning. It's too early for bitch drama.
I got to mention the art for this thumbnail is based on Lazy Shell's artwork.
Okay.
Everyone I mention in this video is going to be linked in the description. So if you're wondering where stuff came from, just check the description. So there's two main characters to this story. We've got Chrissie Mayr, a newly confirmed Catholic. Memecopium jumped in and said, tits out for Jesus.
I mean, that's true. Can we get some tits out for Jesus? Very cool, Bearing. Thank you.
You should watch Memecopium. He's very funny.
Very true. You should.
We've also got
I mean, you should watch me, but I'm not very funny.
Melanie Mack, co-host of The Quartering.
Oh, it's Melanie.
Yeah, we'll get to that voice. That voice annoys me.
Somebody said she blames Satan for her current problems.
Okay.
I think Satan's got more important shit to do than like than mess with Melanie Mack and Jeremy's tech issues. But he actually believes this. He's like, I pray every night that the trolls die.
Oh, we've seen a lot. We've seen a lot of that from Melanie Mack. It's Satan looking through the fucking haters.
Devil.
You know?
I think you're getting God's.
Satan is a fellow A-log in our darkest hour, the most unlikely of allies.
Wrath right now. That's what you're getting.
So that was on.
Thank you, Satan. Very cool.
Yellow flashes.
The thing is, I'd probably take that out of context and say, like, see, I told you they were working with the devil. Oh, dear.
Stream last night. This is a name drop video. I'm just name dropping everyone. But to preface
He's
this
a
story,
name
because you know
dropper.
how I like to make every video like a little bit self-contained at least. Like if you're not following the law, you should be able to follow along at least a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yes, you should be able to jump aboard the crazy train.
So this all started with The Quartering and his absolute f***atry of trying to deplatform people, of trying to get channels deleted. In fact, getting channels deleted, right? He took down the Kino Casino clip channel. He took down Andy Warski's channel. He even deleted...
Also, the Kino Cathedral channel got taken down, as well as, I think, 8 Thoughts and some others. And the question is, like, how many channels was Jeremy actually able to take down before people started to take notice? Because if you're a small channel, you know, someone like mine, if my channel got deleted, it's very unlikely that anyone would stand up for me. You know, maybe not. You never know. Sometimes you're very surprised by the sort of support you get, like when I got flagged, obviously. But how long has Jeremy been able to get away with this? It just so happens that he decided to take a swing at somebody that was actually much more funnier than him, which importantly, and much larger than him. But he was living in like he was living in Rumble hypnosis because of the Rumble front page. And it really is shocking to see that Jeremy was actually able to say like, hey, you know what? Actually, my show's not that big. It was just the kick boost. I keep saying kick for some reason. The Rumble boost. It reminds me of this story. There was a really funny like anecdote from the guy that was like, there was this guy was like trying to be a tough guy in these bars, and he decided to pick a fight with a guy who was an actual kickboxer, and he's got his shit pushed in when he actually tried to fight this guy, and then he was like, well, it's not fair, and he tried to sue him. It's kind of that situation where you've just got like this like big quiet guy in the corner, and you decide to pick on him because you think he's weak, but then you actually like fuck around and find out.
7 years worth of a podcast that I worked on with him.
Yeah, and this whole drama took over my Mother's Day.
It did too, yeah.
That's my fucking day.
So Melanie Mack comes out and avidly defends The Quartering, calls it all lies. It's all bullshit. People are just making stuff up about him. And by the way, he's only being...
Like, what are the lies, though? This is something that Jeremy has yet to acknowledge. He talks about how people are lying about him, how they're just making up shit, and how he's sorry for the way he's acted. But what are the lies that people are talking about? And what is he sorry about? He hasn't admitted it yet. He can't admit it because he knows that it is death if he admits that he's anti-free speech, because he's been grifting off of these boomers in their retirement homes that just don't know how to change the channel on Rumble.
Because he's a Christian.
So right now it's pretty trendy for people to be hating on The Quartering. This is all bogus and a bunch of lies. But also,
It's all bogus and a bunch of lies. Melanie Mack just co-signs everything that Jeremy does. He creeps on women and children at a Renaissance fair. It's all lies. It's all AA bullshit. She sweeps for it. You have, what's her name? Lauren Southern coming up and confronting him at Amfest. She completely ignores it. I mean, according to Lauren Southern anyway. It depends how much you trust her. All of this, taking down channels, silencing people, taking away their incomes, taking money out of the mouths of women and children because Flaked was the editor that was getting paid for all this stuff. She's just totally fine with it. She just doesn't give a shit. Because in her mind, because people lied about her. Anyone lying about Jeremy, because Jeremy defended her. It's all about loyalty. You got to taste that loyalty
So it's just after Jeremy came to Christ, the attacks on him have gotten greater. And I've seen this as
This is the biggest fucking cope. Oh, it's just he's a Christian. What Christian thing has Jeremy done? He's like, oh, I'm attending church via live stream. Like, are you joking? He said he hasn't missed church, but he's like logging into the church Zoom call while he's booting up fucking World of Warcraft on the other screen. What are you talking about?
I started expressing.
He spent $10,000 on a cross, a fucking cross, a golden cross. Wow, that's just a fucking flex. Like, anyway.
My faith in Christ as I started sharing
Jeremy
the word
came
of
to
God.
Christ. Well, he claims he did. After Charlie Kirk was shot and he grifted over his death with like 9 videos a day about Charlie Kirk, like pushing all of these conspiracy theories that were disproven the moment he was posting them. He said he was going to start going to church. He was going to start having babies. He was going to start praying. All of this is nonsense. It's all nonsense.
As I started speaking out against sin, the attacks on me ramped up to a crazy degree. So now that Jeremy is like new to the faith.
And by the way, she spoke out about sin. No, she just called people the F slur. That's all she did. She's like, oh, you got to burn in hell F slurs. But then when it's her friends that are in trouble, when it's her friends that are testing positive for coke and getting arrested and having their kids test positive for coke, she's like, no, he's a good boy. Everyone's unfairly dogpiling on these people. It's just the hate mob. She just sweeps for everything. It's just about team colors. That's the only thing that she believes in.
We're seeing the attacks on him grow at a level it's never been before. And that's the thing. They hated Christ, so they'll hate Christ in you. If Christ is in you, they're going to hate you too.
So it's all because
Oh my goodness. So Jeremy's just like Jesus.
he came to God. It's the devil. People just hate Christians. She's seen it before. It's all bogus lies as well, by the way.
You know what I find funny? She's got devil red hair. And have you ever noticed how a lot of Christian chicks wear their crosses really low, right where their tits are?
Michael Knowles called
Her
it.
tits out for Jesus. But she is very snake coated. Just the way you look at her. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but like if she was like in a Pixar movie, she would be like the snake character. Just the way her eyes look.
A My Chemical Romance groupie.
Good point, Am.
But anyway, in the heat of this big drama, right, the quartering tree, Melanie Mack went on Chrissie Mayer's stream. Chrissie Mayr.
She's the gummy mummy. That is quite a lot of gum. Like when you've got like a 50-50 tooth to gum ratio, that's you know what I should have brought up that Family Guy clip where Stewie's talking about too much gum. That is pretty wild though. This is a very real, true and real photo.
Was like a washed up female comedian. And she copped all sorts of heat about it. So there was like a follow-up stream with a bunch of chicks, right?
Yeah, the one we watched had Venti on it.
Yeah, that's right. And look, to be honest, the Chrissie Mayr drama doesn't interest me that much. I watched it because I knew there was going to be fireworks, and I like fireworks.
You just wanted to see Venti take her down.
Yeah, so I'm going to...
By the way, that I didn't even watch the Chrissie Mayr, Melanie Mack part 2. Once I saw it was pre-recorded, I knew there was going to be nothing of interest there. And I was just like, I'll just wait for people to clip this up and see if there's anything good in that like dog shit premiere.
Struggle to succinctly explain the drama because it's chicks. And you know how I feel about chicks. So maybe you can give us like a 30-second rundown.
Chicks are gay. That's my opinion.
Of this stream. You're a chick. You understand it. Just keep in mind this is going to be heavily edited because my eyes are already watering.
Oh, okay, just handball this one over to the bitch.
Yeah, go on.
So, like, Brittany was really pissed off that Chrissie Mayr was talking shit behind her back, saying all this nasty stuff about her. So they went on a stream together and they, like, totally joked it out over who was morally righteous about this. And Brittany smacked Chrissy's tits right off her body.
Oh, my God. Okay, stop.
Yeah. Well, you wanted it. You fucking up.
I was about to say that.
This guy summed it up perfectly. He says, men doing drama. You're a gay retarded cuck. And here's the leaked DMs to prove it. Debate me, bro. Women doing drama. I was having a bad day. Laughs hard. Stop bullying me. Oh, look, a super chat. Your evil guests are so mean to you. Thanks. Anyway, marriage, Jesus, babies.
That's very true about the Little Platoon. He makes some pretty good videos. I think he's a frequent guest on both Friday Night Tights and I want to say EFAP. But Brittany Venti also really hit home on this point where there's I mean, Brittany is very male-coded because she takes things very logically, it seems. But with Chrissie Mayr, it doesn't matter about what's right or wrong. What matters is how you made her feel. So Brittany is a bitch and Brittany is bad because she made her feel sad when she was getting bullied on that live stream. That's the only thing that really matters. It literally is just your feelings.
God.
You know what the funny thing is? I mentioned I don't like chicks. I like you, obviously.
Oh, thank you.
And I like Brittany Venti. Brittany Venti's good value. In fact, I even came to like this chick in the bottom right corner. I spoke to her.
Like it was a pretty big W for Kimberly.
on Twitter. And I said, are you the chick from that stream? She said, yeah. And I said, I hated you at the start of that stream. I thought you were a distraction, but by the end I was yelling, go random bitch, go!
Speaking of super chats, on that live stream, I noticed that every single super chat that was read out was pro Chrissie.
Yeah, well, I think that's where...
Yeah, like she actually got called out about this. Is that Chrissie Mayr was bringing up these like, I'm sorry you felt that way, Brittany Venti. By the way, here's a $50 from Brittany Venti, a bitch. Any questions? And then just moves on.
Stems from. She had this controversial figure on who's defending this guy who's taking down channels, and all the audience super chats, these people who are paying to get their point.
Platoon is the official 4th chair on EFAP. Like, one thing I don't understand about EFAP, I mean, I've watched quite a bit of it, but usually I watch on replay because I think they stream at like 2 a.m. my time or something. Who are actually the hosts? Like, I know that Mauler, Fringy, and Rags. Those are the 3 hosts, right? But what about Metal? Like, isn't Metal like on every fucking episode? Is he not a host? I'm confused about that. He's like, there's a site that's like, I think it's like efap.me, where you can just see every person that's been on EFAP. And I think Metal's on like 500 episodes or something, but he's not like a host. I don't get it. And then like JXE was like the 4th official fit. Is it like a joke? Metal is just games. Okay. I like Metal's profile picture. It's like the crying Pepe, but it's like a human face. We got Rafael Salvador with 500 pesos. Is this the real Ralph? It is in Mexican money. How much are 500 pesos anyway? I don't even know. And this is why I think Mel should receive the exact same amount of A-logging that Jeremy got. I kind of ad-libbed that a bit. People thought Jeremy was boring and he was able to get away with all this BS. Mel has so much more in common with him and Jer when it comes to deceiving people. Well, that's the thing, is that there's so much history of like dog shit. Why do I minimize this? I don't need to do that. That just went under the radar because they were boring. And now people are starting to cotton onto this and they're going through. The salt mines are being thoroughly checked. And this is maybe why Jeremy's had to retreat to Rumble, because it's harder to archive things for things like the Geralizer if you're on Rumble. But I'm kind of curious about this. We'll have a quick impromptu vote, actually. Do you think Jeremy's on Rumble because he's failing on YouTube and he's trying to hide the fact? Or do you think he's on Rumble because he's trying to avoid the auto-transcriber that allows you to search his boring streams? Because he hides a lot of shit in his streams, but you have to spend hours going through it. I'm not sure which one it is. I think it's probably more so that he's just failing, because prior to him going exclusively streaming on Rumble, he had one stream where he couldn't get the intro to stop loading and like repeating itself over and over and over. So I think that he's just completely forgotten how to actually stream to YouTube. He doesn't know. It's like 40K, where the machines work until they don't. You stop praying to the machine spirit, and then one day it just stops working and they don't know what to do. So they just like suffer and deal with it. I think that's what happened with Jeremy. He literally doesn't know how to stream to YouTube at the moment, because otherwise, why wouldn't he be doing that? A lot of his fans are actually very upset about that. And then when I say quartering fans, that's like, oof, that's a bit of a stretch. That's a bit of a stretch. But a lot of them are complaining that he's not on YouTube now. A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, maybe. Vote 1 in chat now if you think it's because he's incompetent, and vote 2 if he's hiding.
Across, they were like, ignore.
Yeah, they were.
By the way, there's Don Flurgady in chat, says his main is done. He's posting a lot on the Hambly channel. We're going to check that out, actually. I think from the recent stats, he's basically under 90% of his views are now coming from shorts, which have nothing to do with his actual content. But very entertaining stream you had there, Flurgady.
If you get a super chat, you have to read that shit out. You are a monkey. You are their
Yes, you have to read every super chat. If you don't read a super chat, you're a bitch. Very, very true. You're a slave to the chat. The chat is the rulers of this ecosystem, okay? I want to make esoteric references, but I'm trying to think of a better one. Okay, the esoteric reference I wanted to make was from Darkest Dungeon, where you have the siren in the cove, and the narrator is like, it's like, she is their queen, but she's also their slave. Something to that effect. By the way, that Darkest Dungeon is a fantastic game. A more understandable reference that the boomers in chat will understand is when like Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean is like the ruler of the cannibals, but they're also going to eat him. That's the same way. That's how it works with chat. Okay, the live streamer is on the face of it on top of all of this, but really we're just trying to appease the cannibals in the chat. Not that the chat is actual cannibals, but you got to be careful.
YouTube monkey, and you must dance.
But anyway, Chrissie Mayr cops all this heat from this stream.
Is it Mayr? I've been saying Mayr.
I don't care.
It's Mayr like horse. Like if you look at her face, it looks like a horse's face. in my opinion.
And so they decided to do a follow-up stream, but it wasn't a stream. It was a pre-recorded
Easy way to remember it.
premiere thing. And it was so lame. They basically...
I hate boomers. Well, I am a boomer. That's the thing. We're all boomers here, Chad. It's okay. You're in good company. It was very funny. One time we talked about like the stream analytics and things like that, and I looked at my stats, and I had one person that was watching in their 60s, and I was curious who that was. And I received a DM from them. They're like saying like, because I was wondering if it was just a mistake, because like sometimes you get small errors and things like that. But I actually had someone message me and they're like, I'm the 60-year-old watching your streams. I just enjoy them. I'm like, oh, very cool. Thank you very much. That was actually a very heartwarming chat I received. I do appreciate that sort of stuff. Like sometimes, obviously, you can't respond to everything, not every comment. I try to get a lot of them, a lot of messages as well. But it does warm my heart when people send those sort of messages my way. So thank you very much for that person out there, if they're watching on live or replay.
We just said the devil did this.
Oh.
So anyway, let's have a look. The devil did it all. Let's go.
We tried to have a very meaningful conversation about things important to us 2 weeks ago, but we were a bit bombarded by the chat. We were a bit.
All right, so this is from the. By the way, these Chrissie Mayr is very easy to get unfortunate pause faces. Not that I'm one to judge, but like it is what it is. This is from the Melanie Mac Part 2. This is the premiere. Yeah.
Ambushed. But well, we're stronger and better now. Welcome back to
You
the
can
show.
spam
This
those
is
oranges
Melanie
if you want.
Mac.
Spam those fucking oranges, assault oranges. These weapon grade oranges.
Oh, kill that voice. Don't kill her. I'm not saying kill her. I would never say that.
Kill this show. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, I know. That voice, though, is like nails on a chalkboard.
Which one?
Well,
They're both annoying.
I think Melanie's a bit worse.
I don't know, man, but this is dragging out some internalized misogyny in me. Hardcore.
I'm actually pretty grateful for this experience because it's taught me so much. It's shown me so much about myself.
She's so thankful. I mean, she is thankful for the situation because it enriched her life. It's really moved her to a bigger house because she made like $3,000 scripting off the situation. And she was hoping for a three-peat, but it didn't quite work. She's down to $100 on that. And they're basically all hate chats too. And some simps that are just like, you go, queen. There was this one guy that's absolutely mind-broken. And he dropped like the first 20 and then the $5 chat. I think people know who I'm talking about. He's absolutely deranged. He was seeding at me on Twitter as well.
It's really shown me what a different person and streamer I am from when I first started going on podcasts. Like, what was it? It was 2020.
So she's saying that, right? This is like a pre-sweep for herself because motherfuckers on the internet have been dragging out old clips of Chrissie Mayr.
Oh, yeah, bad clips.
Bad clips. I'm not going to play.
Again, it's like there's such a treasure trove of old funny clips. As Brittany Venti has been very well showing recently. And I think we got the chlamydia one coming up after this.
But you can find them. Like, I went to the public bathroom with a guy and, you know, stuff happened. Yeah.
So this is the hotel story. Now, if you weren't following, because like I try and make everything so it's kind of like a chronological order in these sort of streams. But if you missed, what we're talking about here is that Chrissie Mayr was broke. She was down on her luck and she was trying to find ways to make it work. Now, she didn't go and get a job. Instead, she tried to audition for an orgy. And she met a guy in a hotel bar at 10 a.m. in the morning. First of all, that's like okay, hotel bar at 10 a.m. in the morning. That's a bit of a red flag. She then goes into the bathroom with this guy because he's like, well, I'm going to have to take pictures of your body and we're going to have to get you an STD test or something. Now, despite this asking for this test, he then decided she decided to just suck him off because he was kind of rich looking. She's just like, well, this guy looks rich. Better just throw this out here just in case. So she sucked this dude off for free at 10 a.m. in a hotel bathroom. Like, you know, when you're when you're a young lad and you're thinking with your dick constantly and you see these sort of like situations playing out on TV and it's like, well, it never really happens to anybody. The Chrissie Mayr is just like this actual person. She's just going around giving free hand jobs and gum jobs all over New York City from Craigslist for some reason. And then she's like, whoops, I got chlamydia, I guess. Well, how'd that happen? It really does beg a belief.
Yeah. And what the hell is with Melanie Mac? What does she always sit there like a doll with eyes that flutter like that?
Yeah.
Why does she do that?
I don't know.
She looks like a stunned mullet, like she's got mascara in her eyeball or something, and it's irritating her eye.
So Chrissie's pre-sweeping for herself, saying, "Look, I did some questionable things in the past, but
Jesus,
but Jesus, yeah, I've come to Jesus
with arms wide open."
Yeah. Now I gotta say, newly converted Christians, not all, but newly converted Christians.
# no tolls allowed. This seems like a personal attack against me.
are some of the most annoying people in the fucking world.
Is it called Born Again?
No, well, I think that's an actual sect, is it not? I don't know. But like, new Christians are fucked usually. A bit about my background. I was confirmed as a
tolls need not apply.
Catholic when I was 8 or 9 or 10. I don't know, when I was a kid. I'm not a practicing Catholic. I've called myself a Catholic, an agnostic, an atheist. I've called myself lots of things over the years. But what I'm trying to say is I'm old school, man.
I mean, you look at people in the Bible, like it's some of the most inspirational people in the Bible. You've got murderers, you've got drunkards, you've got prostitutes, right?
Not drunkards.
Yes, but the important part about the Bible is that these people sinned and then they changed their ways. That's the important part. Okay, Jesus wasn't hanging around with whores and murderers and sinners because he was like saying, "Oh, that's based." No, he was saying like, "You'll be forgiven in the kingdom of Christ." Okay, but they just, I don't know. Let's see.
That voice, I can't take that voice. I had to do a little bit of investigating to find out exactly
All right,
what...
this is when the weaponized autism kicks in, and this is very funny. This is basically the only part I really wanted to show, but it is a good video, so I thought I'd play it.
What it is about that voice that annoys me so much.
Like nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah, I did a little bit of sweep EQing.
This is the kind of thing that I do sometimes when I'm like when I'm supposed to be working and I'm looking for ways to distract myself. This is the kind of thing that I do. I like the track. The track is called Mel Ha Ha Ha.
It's right there. It's at about the 2 kilohertz range, right? The 2 kilohertz in that laugh is the fucking annoying frequency. Right? Now, we got to think about her husband because she's newly married and we got to save a motherfucker, right? So the annoying spot is at 2K. So this is what happens if we filter everything over 2K.
That's much better. I mean, it's still annoying, but it's much fucking better.
Much more manageable, right?
I don't know, man. It's still awful to me.
Yeah, look, it's still awful, but it's much more manageable. So
it does sound a little bit like a dolphin. I love that Faulty Tower. Like this is a fucking boomer reference and a half. Faulty Towers. There was like some character in Faulty Towers where she laughed like a seal getting machine gunned. It was like, ha, ha, ha. That's an ancient fucking reference. It belongs in the British Museum.
I found the product for Johnny Junkers. Johnny Junkers is her husband. He's a cosplayer, apparently. I found this out last night on Yellow Flash's stream.
What does he cosplay as?
I don't know.
Straight. That's what he cosplays as.
He dresses up as like fucking robots or something. I don't know.
That's his job.
That's his job, apparently, yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah. But I found this product, right? You're welcome, Johnny Junkers. They're called Erasers Hi-Fi Dentist's Earplugs, right? And what they do is they filter out any frequencies above 2K and give you about a 19 decibel reduction in sound, which is perfect for Melanie Mac's laugh. See, these things are specifically designed for dentists.
This is so funny. And this makes so much sense that Melanie Mac's voice induces the same amount of pain as a trip to the dentist.
So they don't get their ears fucked up by the drilling sound.
we got some faulty towers appreciators at the chat. The thing you have to remember is that like in Australia, when I was a kid, is they only play TV shows from like 20 years ago because that's new TV in Australia. So we were always watching old repeats of like Faulty Towers, Mr. Bean, Simpsons. There was some Blackadder in there. A lot of good classic British comedy, which I think influences a lot of the way that I talk about stuff. Impulse gifted a rage quit over on Kick saying, play the Simpsons clip about a bigger house. Yeah. I should have played that when I had the opportunity, right? About Chrissie Mayer's story really moved her. Wait, where'd it go? I can only find this one I can only find this one.
Oh, I'm afraid he couldn't be here.
No! The bee bit my bottom! No, my bottom's big!
Oh, here it is. So this is how the quartering story has influenced Chrissie Mayer's streams.
Let's just say it moved me to a bigger house. Oops, I said the quiet part loud and the loud part quiet. Oh, dear.
There you go. All right, now let's continue unmuted.
So what we're basically saying is Melanie Mac's laugh is equivalent to a dentist's drill.
You know you've just unleashed Pandora's box right now.
What do you
Whenever you piss me off, I'm going to go above the 2K frequency.
Shut up. Stop. But compare the difference. This is Johnny Junkers listening to his wife live stream without the earplugs.
Not drunkards.
And this is with the earplugs.
Not drunkards.
Much better. Much.
You know what's really crazy is that like there's this frequency that because as you get older, your ears get worse, obviously. There's this frequency that's very high that sounds like a mosquito's whining that only children can hear. And certain shops will have these speakers that play this frequency to drive away loitering children, essentially. So it's like this sort of like passive aggressive sort of attack at the youths. I think they do this in certain countries. I want to say the UK and America is where I heard about this. But like adult shoppers who can't hear this frequency are unannoyed by it. So they use this to just drive away like loitering people, essentially. Is this what's happened to Johnny Junkers? Is he just like, did his ears get so blown the fuck out when he's getting his back blown the fuck out that he just can't hear Melanie Mac and that's why he can stand to be around her? Or is it just that she's a beard?
Better, much more manageable.
It's muffled.
Yeah, because the 2K has been dropped by like 12 decibels. It's much less of an ear.
All right, this has gone off on a bit of a tangent, Bearing.
Well, as you know, I'm like 1/8 autistic or something. I can't help it. Let's continue.
God is constantly humbling you. And I think this whole experience with me the last few weeks has been a pruning for sure of things and certainly people that are not serving me.
A pruning.
Yeah, God's pruning.
She's pruned.
Yeah, basically. So this whole experience, as she goes on to say, is spiritual.
It's enlightening.
Yeah, it's not just fuckheads being fuckheads on the internet. It's spiritual. See, you see.
But I hate it when people describe things as spiritual. It like actually pisses me off a little bit. Palma Media, all in family to what? Feisty for US and Kiwi land? What do you mean? All in family? I don't know what you mean by this. What does it mean? Explain it.
See what I mean about newly converted Christians?
Yeah.
They're so annoying, man.
Yeah, everything's spiritual.
They're really annoying.
I'm in Wisconsin, flipping everybody drinks.
Wait, didn't he just say fuck it, and now he's saying flipping? I was saying to Tits the other day, right? I saw him say, you know how he's done this whole new, oh, I'm a Christian now, guys. Fucking, I forget what it was in response to, but he goes, oh, hail yeah. That's the most cringe fucking thing I think I've ever heard. Like hail yeah. Hail yeah. Oh, fucking shoot me.
Does he actually say that? I haven't heard him say that. But Jeremy does have a superpower. He is so monetization brained that even when he's blackout drunk, he doesn't drop just like F slurs and N slurs. He just somehow, everyone else on the planet that gets drunk just stops dropping slurs. But when Jeremy's blackout, he sometimes, he somehow manages to not say any naughty words because he's so terrified of that yellow tick on YouTube. He used to censor himself saying butt and ass. I'm not even joking. It really is quite a feat to behold. We got Vegicarp sent a rage crypt saying, thank God Chrissie Mayr joined the sector. We can now bring the horse jokes back. Yes, the Suffah horse and goodbye horses, all sorts of things are going back. And we also got another rage crypt by Impulse saying, there's a shop that plays classic music to drive away homeless people. Interesting.
He doesn't want to say a hell yeah.
Yeah, because hell's like naughty.
Oh, cheese and rice.
Anyway, the whole experience has been spiritual for Chrissie Mayr.
I know that I'm in God's hands because I look at every aspect of what's
It's God's plan. I'm in God's hands.
happened over the past 2 weeks. And I know that my actions and words do not equal what is coming back at me. This is, I know that this has to be spiritual.
I mean, it's like when you're a hammer.
Okay. I didn't see this when I was previewing this video. This is the kind of retarded joke that I really appreciate but never would think about.
Everything's a nail. You know what I mean? Like newly converted Christian. It must be the devil.
It made me realize something too. Another reason like why I'm grateful for everything and the position I'm in today is because I think the devil wants to shame people who have had a messy path to Christ or a messy path to getting closer to God.
Wait, so people are pissed.
Wait, this doesn't make sense though. Like, why would the devil, like, if we're thinking about game theory here, why would the devil try and shame people that had like a sinful past? Wouldn't he be glorifying that like Chrissie Mayer's doing on her podcast? Wouldn't they be sweeping like Melanie Mac's doing on her show? Like, apparently the devil's just retarded. Actually, there is a theory about that. Like, you know, because you see like, in a lot of TV shows, they portray the devil as like suave, intelligent, and like a gentleman because it's kind of like a subversion of expectations. But then like somebody had this theory that Chris Chan is the Antichrist and he's just retarded. But he's so retarded you just don't know, but everyone talks about him. It might be true. I mean, he is saying that he's the second coming of Jesus, so you never know.
Stuff at you on the internet for whatever reason. As I said, it's kind of stupid gay chick drama, but it's really just the devil working through the haters. You see what I'm saying?
There is an element of narcissism to this whole newborn Christian shit. Honestly, in a world of fucking child trafficking and slavery and prostitution, the devil is working his ways through trolling you.
Yeah, the devil's sitting there devising up a big scheme to fuck with Chrissie Mayr.
Yeah. All right, what have I got on the list for today? Somalian pirates, check.
Yeah.
Trolling the...
Like, Oh, sorry. This is where I'm becoming a little bit autistic, because only God has the ability to be omnipotent, right, and be everywhere at once. The devil can't be in two places at once, right? I'm not like, this is completely not important to the stream. I'm just kind of curious, because as I understand it, the devil can't be everywhere at once, which means that he has to focus his attention on like the most important things. So if the devil was like in Jeremy's stream, that's like, it's like Jeremy's the most important fucking thing ever, and he's like the big man himself is like focusing on him. It makes no fucking sense. Because he was like an angel, right? And angels can't just like, they can't use fucking Kagebushin no Jitsu. They have to be like, there's only a certain amount of evil they can be doing at one time. Now, this is autism. Absolutely. He has minions. No, he's not going to. The thing you have to understand is these people, Chrissie Mayr and Jeremy and Melanie Mac, they're so important. They're not sending out a minion. They're sending the big man himself.
Fuck out of Chrissie Mayr. And just on the other side, do you think God gives a fuck about
The
your
devil
drama?
is not as powerful as Dr. Manhattan. This is like, I feel like this is like a power list or something. It's like what Marvel villains can be stronger than the devil or something. I don't know why this stun locked me, this comment. It's very funny. This is why the chat is king. Marvel top 10. Which villains are stronger? I know that I don't think Dr. Manhattan's part of Marvel. I just say is Marvel. You know what I mean? Suffah devil. Yeah, the devil is suffering right now.
Right now, he's got to contend with all the big picture shit the devil's doing.
Well, speaking of God, God makes an appearance in this too.
Oh, he does. Oh, how miraculous.
God wants to sometimes crush your ego or crush
We die to our flesh.
whatever.
Saitama versus Satan. I guess like if we're going by their canonical powers, Saitama would actually beat the devil. I think that's unarguable actually. Because the devil has a power limit, but Saitama doesn't. So maybe we'll see that in season 4. I don't know. I stopped watching One Punch Man after the season 2 was like a disaster. I don't know where the budget went for that show. The season 1 is like one of my favorite shows of all time. It's so good. But then season 2 and 3 is just like dog shit.
Whatever you built up for yourself, just to remind you, like, yeah, you can't do anything without me. You're not going to get through this.
What? How did this GoDaddy ad sneak into my? I thought I was on my premium web account. What happened here? What the heck? Somehow it switched back to my other account. That's weird. Okay.
Yep.
Hang on a sec. The devil did all this. The devil's working through the haters to fuck with me. It's just the devil, but it's God as well. Wait, so God and the devil on the same fucking team? You haven't been at this Christianity thing for too long, have you? I mean, someone make this make sense? Now, I'm not throwing shade at Christians. I really like Christians. One thing I absolutely admire about Christians, right, is the sense of community and all that. The God stuff, the spiritual stuff, kind of, I can take it or leave it, whatever.
How it's Satan's doing? Yeah, somehow Satan is influencing the ads in my stream. I don't know how it's working.
Community stuff I especially admire.
It's the I want to live a good life. I'm going to go out and do good and put good into the world.
Yeah, so I'm not throwing shade at Christians, but these new converts, like I keep saying, hammer and nail. It's hammer and nail. Everything's God, everything's the devil. And it's both at the same time, somehow. God and the devil are both super busy. Their schedules are like blocked out because they're both...
Well, the thing is, God can be everywhere at once. So God could be influencing every little thing. But the devil, like, he's only got a certain amount of minions, as I understand it.
Working on Chrissie Mayr shit.
Yeah. She's big news at the moment in heaven and hell.
So then we go back to, it's actually the devil again.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh yeah, that was my point. Like the devil uses shame to keep you from becoming who you're supposed to be.
It's God.
Huh? That doesn't make sense though, right? Like, so you have a converted whore and the devil shames their past, but wouldn't that encourage less whores to be whores? Right? Wouldn't the devil glorify this? Like I said, like Chrissie Mayr is doing on her podcast when she talks about how you can get $1,000 a day for people fingering your belly button. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Like the devil may be retarded, but surely he's smarter than that.
It's the devil. Actually, it's God. It's the devil. It's God and the devil.
It's super evil. I remember watching The Exorcist and thinking, that devil and his shame tactics, he's such a cad.
Such a cad?
Yeah, a cad.
The fuck is a cad?
A cad is like a...
It's a computer-aided drafting. Come on now, Barry.
term for, a cheeky bastard.
Why do you keep pulling out these new terms I've never heard of? What was it last one? It was fucking damn Skippy. He's a cad.
Go and read the comments of that
fucking
video.
1940?
Everyone had fucking heard of damn Skippy. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you. You've never heard of a cad?
Yes, I have heard of a cad. It's a Canadian dollar.
No.
All right. This is boomer behavior, but it's kind of a cute interaction, so I'll let it pass. I'll let this pass. That is kind of funny.
Anyone holding your past against you, they're doing the work of Satan.
Everyone who doesn't like you is just working for Satan.
Yes, yes.
I mean, it's the ultimate get out of jail free card, isn't it?
I'm surprised you haven't done Reverend Bearing yet in this video.
Oh, Pastor Bearing,
Pastor Bearing.
By the powers of heaven, let these charlatans stop talking about hammers and nails. The devil and Almighty God are not working together. Melanie, Mac, and Chrissie, Mayr, you shall be smarted for suggesting the devil and the God that are working
Yeah, there's a couple AutoCAD bros in the chat. They know what I'm talking about.
together on some evil collaboration. Not to fuck.
Did anyone ever use Pro Desktop? That was like when I was in high school, that was the big thing. We were moving on from AutoCAD to Pro Desktop.
With your YouTube careers.
I don't know, you kind of put me on the
By
spot.
the power of the cross between my titties, I shut you, devil.
Yeah, but by Melanie Mac's logic, right, if people come at, say, the quartering for getting people's channels deleted by, like, robbing them of their income, are they just, like, working for the devil? You know what I mean? It's an accountability get-out-of-jail-free card, and it's fucking lame.
Yeah, but they've repented, and now all is forgiven, Bearing.
Yeah. So anyway, I found that extremely cringe. That is the story of Melanie Mac and Chrissie Mayr. When's the last time you met a chick with gums like that? That was...
Now, hold on a second.
It's the story of Melanie Mac and Chrissie Mayr.
So, like, Brittany Venti does this, like, phrenology thing where she's like, I thought it was a joke, but apparently she believes in it. It's just girl things, I guess. And she said that, like, people with, like, big gums are, they're like attention seekers. Is that true? What do you think, Chad? Is this real? I do think that your appearance can influence how your life works out, because the halo effect is a very real thing. But, like, apparently you could just see someone's face and judge what they do. Is it true? Sorry, it's physiognomy, not phrenology. It's slightly different, but it's more or less the same thing if you think about it. It's pseudoscience. Well, I mean, yes, it is, but, like, there are certain things that definitely do affect your life. You know, if you look better, people just treat you better. That's just the way things are. I would be very much curious to see the physiognomy check of myself, and maybe if Brittany Venti would be so kind as to do that, I'd be very keen to see that. Although I think it is just girl science, aka nothing.
When's the last time you met a chick with gums like that that wasn't annoying and as fun?
Well, usually bitches with gums like that are really nice because they're very self-conscious that when they smile, they look like the fucking Predator.
Visit Sugar Tits, she has a channel.
Yes, I do.
That's also a very funny reference, a Predator reference. I do know one person in my life that has these gums like this. Wait, well, let's go. Where can I see? Can I get the gums back? Can I get the gum check, please? There it is. There it is. All right, let me just see if I can find a clip real fast. Just gonna quick impromptu search for like a meme. This is real boomer hours. No, I can't find it. Never mind. Don't worry about it. You just have to imagine it. Is it AOC? No, it's me. No, I don't. That's the thing. People have described me as having a small mouth, which is very strange. I have trouble eating baguettes because of my mouth size. Anyway, we got another clip from Hotep from Brittany Venti goes over Chrissie Mayr's chlamydia story. Let's check this one out. And then we'll get into the Jeremy stuff. But this is all Jeremy adjacent, though.
Stuff really quick. I want to watch the
That's a bit
Chrissie
loud.
has chlamydia thing because,
Sorry, it's Black Woman. We have to turn this down a little bit.
you know, it's relevant to this whole segment. And then we'll get back to Keanu.
Well, that's good. That's good.
No.
Yeah, I was definitely. Oh God, I've been cheated on so many times. It's like, which one can I talk about?
You just got to love this Hollywood Squares style of video. There's like no space for Melanie to be in here. Look at all this perfectly utilized space on live stream. Negative space, never heard of it. Now this is like I can understand this because I have been on these sort of panel shows before. It's kind of just hanging out with your friends sort of thing.
The first time,
But like inevitably these streams are always disasters because there's like two people talking and a bunch of people just fucking playing Candy Crush on their phones.
was my very first boyfriend. I was 22 years old. I dated him because he had an apartment on the Upper East Side.
Wait a second.
I was
Going back a little bit.
talk about the first time was my very first boyfriend. I was 22 years.
I don't believe her first boyfriend was at 22. I don't think you have your first boyfriend at 22 and then go on to give free handies and 10 a.m. bathroom gum jobs if you started dating dudes at 22. I don't believe this for a second.
Old. I dated.
Oh wait, no. I gotta think about this from girl logic. Okay, the other guys didn't count because they weren't her boyfriend. This is her first boyfriend. This actually makes perfect sense now. Okay, now I've reorganized my brain to think about it with girl logic. This makes perfect. Yeah, okay, I get it.
Because he had an apartment on the Upper East Side. He lived on 86th and 3rd. and I met him on New Year's Eve. It was just like he met me at like 2 a.m., which on New Year's Eve is cleanup crew, you know.
It's the cleanup crew segment. Oh my goodness. So she met her first boyfriend at 2 a.m. on New Year's Eve. Everyone else has been kissing each other for 2 hours already.
You know what I mean? Like the guys are sweeping and I was the equivalent of like
they're sweeping
what was left. So and I was
Damn, she's already calling herself used goods. And this is a stream that's a few years ago. She's calling herself washed up.
and then, you know, one thing led to another. But anyway, we're dating. And I remember he brought me out to the beach one day, like Long Beach. And he said, Chrissy, I have to tell you something. I have chlamydia.
So you bring her out to the beach. They're like standing. I mean, Long Beach, I guess that's in New York, right? Maybe it's pretty shitty because I don't think New York's famous for having good beaches. Maybe if you're up in the Hamptons or something, I guess. But you're like bringing this bitch out to the beach, and you're like standing on the big bar of sand, and you're holding their hands. And it's like, what's going to happen? Is he going to propose or something? It's like, Chrissy wipes away the hair from her eyes. Chrissy, I have chlamydia.
And we've been dating for like a few months already. And I was like, what? I don't understand. And I was like,
Chrissy has chlamydia
too. Was the
Her clam is wait. Damn it. There we go. Caught it. Her clam is crusty.
other end of it.
She's Clemmy
He's
Mayr.
sleeping with his Russian tutor because he had to learn Russian because he had some
And he's cheating on her.
software coders in the Ukraine that he worked with. So he was learning Russian, I guess, to fucking talk to them. I don't know. So I just was like, okay, that sucks. It didn't occur to me to break up with him.
So she's been such a slag for all these years that she gets her first boyfriend at 22, but the body count is already in the hundreds. And she's like, well, I mean, he did give me chlamydia and he is cheating on me with his Russian tutor, but I mean, he's the best that I'm going to get. You may as well just accept it. It is what it is.
Let's get some claps in chat for that. The clap. Yeah.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Didn't occur to her to break up with him after he cheated on her.
To break up with him? Because I just thought that having a boyfriend meant you just deal with the shit, you know?
What? The claps in the chat, very, very cool. It's a low self-esteem alert. Holy shit. Like, have some self-respect. Have some pride. Oh, yeah, of course he would cheat on me because I'm just worthless. Like, what the fuck? I thought New Yorkers was meant to be like breaking up with people at a drop of a hat. At least that's what Seinfeld would have me believe.
You're like, all right, well, let's go to Friendly's. I don't know.
Russian chlamydia. That's big.
It's the Russian chlamydia. It's not even the super gonorrhea that Max talks about. I think I saw Max in the chat earlier. It's the Russian chlamydia. It smells like fucking borscht.
Chlamydia. I mean, that's like pre-China COVID. You know?
Yeah, all the pills were in a different language. It was brutal.
At least
what?
Wait, were they taking? Wait a second. Now, wait a second. The pills are in a different language. If you get Russian chlamydia, you don't have to take Russian medicine. Is this what he's? It was her boyfriend giving her Russian medicine because she couldn't read it? Like, was it actually just like Plan B? He's like, look, I've got chlamydia. Take these pills. And it's just like Plan B because he didn't want to be locked down by this chick. Like, what the fuck? What do you mean the pills are in a different language? Use the American medicine. Surely.
Hasn't this woman done? Seriously, at what point is it just like, you know what, Brittany? You're actually just factually correct for saying that she's a whore. Like,
it's factually accurate, Chrissie Mayr.
this is just objectively true. Like, what else? What else? She's literally slept around so much with Craigslist ad people. She slept around with Craigslist strangers so much that she got the clap. Like, and she didn't even get paid for it, apparently. Again, I don't know which is worse, getting paid or not getting paid, but her price.
That's a good question, chat. What do you think? Is it worse to be a whore and not get paid? So technically you can say to yourself, well, I didn't take money for it, so I'm not a whore, even though you are. Or is it worse to get paid for it? 1, for it's worse not to get paid. 2, it's worse to take the money. We'll have to see. I would have been, what? I would have been a great 19th century detective? I don't know what this means, but thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. Raymond's gifted a hype, as well as Alex Stein. Alex Stein's daddy throwing pennies at me. Much appreciate the penny donations.
This is low.
I was honest with you.
Yeah.
I guess, but then so it goes to show that her having her little Craigslist encounters had some consequences too. Because I don't know if this is in the timeline of the
Is Chrissie a super spreader? That's a good question.
events. If this happened before the 30 guys in 1 month that she was talking about that she met with off of Craigslist, or after, right? Or like where her being in the bathroom on her knees for a job. I don't know.
Oh, a second. We got some comments coming in about the thing. So apparently one is worse because you might as well get paid for it. Double dip if you wanted to do that shit. That's a very pragmatic answer.
Where it is on the timeline. I know she was like at least like 30 years old, 29 at the youngest. For a lot of this, I know for this story, she says she's in her early 20s. So that means that this, came before. Okay, so this came before her meeting up with those Craigslist guys.
So that means that the orgy guy that said he would have to check her for like STDs and he never called her back. I guess the test had to come back positive. Also, we got Raymond gifting a penny and Merv gifting a penny. And Alex Stein's daddy gifting a penny.
So that means she had the clap.
Big
and
day
then
for the penny
continued
enjoyers.
to have Craigslist encounters with like 30 different guys. That's insane. Oh my God. She didn't learn her lesson. So this isn't like she was in a relationship.
What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments. But you know.
And the guy cheated on her, and you know, it was just not her fault. She couldn't foresee it. It's like, no, she got this, stayed with the guy who's cheating on her, and then proceeded to go have Craigslist happy endings.
I mean, it was a happy ending for the guy that got the hand job because he was a 2 out of 10 getting a freebie. It wasn't a happy ending for Chrissie. That's the thing. Can you imagine the shame shower after that as well? Although maybe she doesn't shower. I don't know.
Chlamydia is not the clap. I know, but it's funny. No, like how is it that you go through this and you get an STI, you become Clemmy Mayr, and then you go continue to do Craigslist encounters, and then they don't even have to. You know what? W Craigslist strangers for not.
Like that's the thing. It actually was a W for these Craigslist guys because, like, again, when you're like in your 20s or you're like a young guy, you're just thinking with your dick all the time, and it's probably better if you don't go around and sleep around, obviously, because. For a multitude of reasons, but there's always these guys that are like they're on Craigslist, like posting out like these random ads where it's like searching for women to come over and suck my dick on delivery, no payment, and they're just like it never works. Like there's like 10,000 of those guys exist on the internet on Craigslist, and they never work. The ads never work. But this one guy, he posted it and it worked, so it is a W for him because she came to him. Like, if you're not aware of this story, what happened is she drove or got the subway or got an Uber, whatever, over town, came to his apartment. He didn't bring her to his bar, so his local bar. He was ashamed to bring her into the bar. Then they went straight back to his house, and he got a happy ending immediately. For what reason? He didn't even get to buy her a drink.
Paying for her cab home, actually. Who knows what she spread? No, seriously. Because she's just careless. She's just staying with this guy who has... Clemmy Mayr staying with this guy. And then he cheats on her again. And then she just goes hooking up with strangers. So you know what? Actually, they were in the right to not pay for a ride home.
Didn't even pay for the cab.
And he cheated on me.
Yeah, she is a biohazard. She's a walking biohazard.
Yes, but then he cheated on me again with this other girl from college.
He did.
I would find these really long black hairs in the bed, and I'd be like, my gut would tell me.
By the way, she's not even a real redhead. She dyes her hair. She's a blonde. She's a dirty blonde. Now, I'm a dirty blonde myself, but when I talk about being a dirty blonde, I'm referring to my hair color, not my activities on Craigslist. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Like, you'd figure that, like, these kids... These chicks are coming over to the apartment so much so that they're leaving the long, dirty black hairs in the bathroom drain. And Chrissie's just like, well, this is the way. It just is what it fucking is. She just accepts it. C3 Metal Gifted a rage quit saying, she's cheap. She's infectious. She's a fake ginger.
I had very short blonde hair at the time.
He's lazy cheater.
God.
So let's go.
I'm not blonde. You're bald, motherfucker. Look, there's loads of hair up here. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about. I have a thick mane of hair that's glorious. In the wind, it flows around. Okay.
Go over what we've learned about Clenny Mayr.
Yes,
so
I
far.
have
We
dozens
know
of
that
hairs.
she
Okay.
got her knees in the Craigslist bathroom. I'm sorry. She got on her knees in the hotel bar public bathroom to try to get a job with a guy she just met at 11
And it was a job at an orgy, by the way. She didn't eat. She went and gave the gum job at 10 a.m. and she didn't get the call back for the orgy job, which allegedly was to hand out towels at an orgy and / participate.
a.m. She did Craigslist encounters with many, many men to the point where she said she was scheduling in and there was like 30 guys in 1 month, words out of her own mouth. She's talking about how she got an STI from her cheating boyfriend, stayed with him.
That's the correct term these days. I always say STD, but it is technically now STI. Sexually transmitted infections rather than diseases.
Is getting who knows whatever else because he cheated again. And what else am I missing? I'm missing something here. Oh yeah, and then she sells her semi-nudes for less than what Anissa sells hers for.
No, not. She's getting paid less money than Anissa Joma. Say it ain't fucking so.
And then she's a swinger.
Is chlamydia not a disease? Well, the distinction is that not all STIs are diseases. Some of them are viruses. I think that's why they call it infections, because you can get infected with both a virus and a disease. But a disease specifically, I think, refers to bacteria. I think that was what it was.
She also said she was swinging at like 30 years old, same time as she did the bathroom BJ. So if I were her, I wouldn't be talking. I wouldn't be sitting here gossiping and getting personal like that. I really wouldn't. And now she found Christ. Again, it's like she hasn't changed. She had on the porn star promoting this exact lifestyle that she's talking about from when she was back in her 20s and 30s.
Apparently, diseases and a
Actually, before we
disorder
get into
on
that,
campus. Oops, was that the end of it?
She hasn't changed. She had on the porn star promoting this exact lifestyle that she's talking. And
Did I miss a part? What was the
My
time step there?
because I had very short blonde hair at the time.
He's lazy cheater.
God.
So let's go over what we've learned about.
All right, I think we solved most of it. That's the gist of it. Let's get into the Jeremy stuff. Now we have one little clip here before we get into the actual stuff. Well, actually, we got two little clips here now that I think about it. First of all, you may remember that Jeremy was 2 days sober. Chlamydia is symptomless, I think. That's not true, I don't think. There is, some people can get symptomless chlamydia, but a lot of people do have symptoms. Stonies. You guys want to see the Stonies commercial before we get into Jeremy? Where is that on my board anymore? C3 Metal gifted a 500 for the Stonies. All right, we'll play a quick Stonies commercial. Where the fuck is this? Did I remove it from my thing? Actually, unironically, where is it? Did I remove it? I can't find it. All right, well, hold on. We'll be right.
But at least now it can't get much worse.
But it did get worse.
I unironically cannot find the Stonies commercial. Where the fuck is this? God, I think it's just been removed. I'll have to re-upload it for some reason. Oh no, here it is.
Are you tired of drinking alone, or worse, with boring people? Hi Minnesota, I'm Meme McGill, and do you want to experience the kind of atmosphere where the drinks flow as freely as the gossip? Then come on down to Stoney's in Rockville, Minnesota. At Stoney's, we don't just serve drinks, we serve connections. Some legal, some not so much. Need a spot to discuss your latest scheme, or just want to unwind after a long day of avoiding responsibilities? Well then come on down to Stoney's where the drinks are cold and the secrets are spicier than our famous Ultimate Bloody Marys. Whether you're planning your next big hustle or just looking for a good time, Stoney's is the place to be. We've got pool tables, karaoke nights, and the only thing more colourful than our drinks is our clientele. Hey look, you didn't hear this from me, but did somebody say $2 cans on Thirsty Thursdays? Why settle for ordinary when you can have extraordinary? At Stoney's Bar, every night's a wild card, and the house always wins. Unless you're buying the next round. Just remember that what happens at Stoney's stays at Stoney's. Well, that is until the next town hall meeting. Just check out all of our testimonials. Stoney's Bar, Rockville, Minnesota.
I haven't played that in a while. I do want to go to Stoney's. That actually does make me want to have a Bloody Mary. I haven't had one of those in quite a while. Do we get to do that? Maybe we just play dinosaur games and drink Bloody Marys after the stream. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. All right, let's continue. Now, Jeremy, 2 days sober. Let's hear what he has to say.
You're from Wisconsin. Being an alcoholic here is a pretty high bar. Yeah, yeah. It's just a bunch of like, it's a bunch of that have, they sit at home.
Why is he pressing the mute button, by the way? He's on Rumble. He could just be dropping hard R's and they wouldn't do anything about him. He's such a pussy. Like, just say something. He's so ingrained that if YouTube minded to stay monetized, that he even bleeps every little thing.
When they're like 12 years old, they're like, it's like, oh, he's drinking. Yeah.
He's drinking.
Yeah. And I don't get it. Is that
there's your 2 days sober man? He's like, you're drinking? Yes. He's drinking. Yes.
Supposed to be an own? I don't understand.
It is an own. It is an own. Because you said that you were going to be sober. But he said he was going to be sober. And then he got all of the good feelings from Melanie Mac, like fucking blowing. Never mind. He's an alcoholic.
Man, I'm 43 years old.
I can't believe you're not part of the Viva La Dirt League after seeing that stuff. Viva La Dirt League, like, I'm constantly competing with them because my channel is registered in New Zealand. When I look at the playboard, I see Viva La Dirt League. They started as a StarCraft 2 parody song band, and now they're like, I look away for 5 minutes, and Viva La Dirt League is now like this super popular thing on Facebook with all of these like RPG parodies and something. But they started off by making songs about banelings. Well, actually, that was H to the Husky. They started off by making like StarCraft 2 videos, and now they're like super successful. I also started off by making StarCraft 2 videos, but I'm not successful. So it's not right. It's not fucking right. Viva La Dirt League, get away with everything. Anyway, Bryn Landon with a 5 Australian says, I hate his accent. Learn to pronounce vowels. I cannot. I assume you're talking about me, or you're talking about Bearing. Both of us are vowelly challenged. Okay, it is what it is.
What is that? Like, it's so weird. That's why I like don't even engage with it anymore, because these people are just like, I don't know what kind of life they live, but like, I'm in Wisconsin, flipping everybody drinks.
We all flipping drink. We heckin' drink-a-reno, bros.
And it's not like I run a channel that's like drinking bad.
Yes! You said you were sober because the drinking was bad. Melanie Mac says you should not hang around with drunkards.
So I don't really understand.
He's triggered. He's crashing out. He's not the most popular New Zealand channel. Actually, let's have a look. Let's go take a look at Playboard for a second. I actually did crash out when I checked, because I was like #1 in New Zealand for 1 week, and then I was beaten by like some fucking furry. That, like, I don't know, like this was like I was like getting fucking felted by this furry or something. Let's have a look. KFC, what the fuck? Oh wait, no, sorry, this is views. Apparently KFC New Zealand just got 3 million views for something. sorry, that's the wrong one. Let's go to Viva La Dirt League is beating my ass this week. They are actually. Weekly. What the fuck? Oh wait, okay, never mind. All right, hold on. Sorry, I'm crashing out now. I'm actually crashing out. So let's see. If we go to this week, daily, Viva La Dirt League made $700 today. Are they just live streaming? What are they doing? If weekly, I'm beating them on the weekly. Who the fuck is this guy? Rastov? Rastov just made $2,000. I'm currently about $60 above Viva La Dirt League for the week, though. With Apocalypse Gaming's on my ass. Big Hairy Network is coming for me. This VTube is coming for me. How is it all? Like, I can't just... How come I can't have anything nice? Why can't I just be #1 for once in my life? Do I have to change my channel name to a different, like, third world country so I can be #1 for once? Suffer. I'm suffering. You don't understand. What about if we go to monthly? I'm #3. God damn it. Well, at least I'm ahead of this fucking VTuber. What happened to that furry though? Like there was some furry guy that was here. What happened to that? What the fuck? Who's this Korean chick? She made $20,000 in revenue. All right, I'm gonna stop seething about this. Okay, it's fine. Everything's just fine. Everything's fine, chat. I'm fine. I'm okay. They say you're okay, but you're not okay. Well, thank you for the 1 penny sent by Raymond Sycamore. He actually sent 3 pennies in a row. Very, very cool. All right, continuing.
Like, people are so desperate for things to criticize that, like, that's essentially all they come up with.
Coke sniff. People are so desperate. They are. No, Jeremy said he was sober. 2 days sober alert.
Like, hold on a second.
Doobie-doobie-doo. This is the Jeremy show. This is his live stream.
All right.
That's a big Cope sniff. Bob Tube
Trying to get
gifted
all my video
$1.
set.
Australian
It's
dollar,
because
though.
you said you were giving up drinking. Well, I have severely cut back, but that's actually
okay.
not true. I also hard cut.
Wait a sec. Now, wait a second, Jeremy. No. I mean, when you think about it, I stopped drinking as much as 3 people down to 2 people. So it is almost as if one person has given up drinking. This is his logic in the alcoholic Cope brain.
Well, I have severely cut back, but that's actually not true. I also hard cut alcohol on my birthday too. So
happy birthday, Jeremy. Can we get some happy birthdays in the chat?
I mean, that's, it's been 2 days, but
good job.
Yeah, but I'm just doing a hard cut, complete cut. No like time frame, no like only for a month, just a hard cut.
Okay.
And so we'll see how that goes.
It did not go well.
I think I'll start sleeping better because
wait a second. Let's have a quick zoom in. Zoom in. Let's have a quick look here. All right, chat. What do you think? What do you think? Does this look like a man that's had all he can sleep? It's so funny. He's like got the cranked up the lights, the soft lights, to try and make it so that his face isn't just like covered in these like tanuki eyes. You can even see the shadow from his hat that is casting here. But he hasn't done anything about this, like right around this area, this trail. Wait, no, let's try and make him like, there we go. There we go. He's blushing because he's talking to ladies.
The fake, the moral fagging over.
Oh, he said fag. Holy shit. Surprising.
Drinking came way before I ever said I was going to cut back. I also hard cut alcohol on my birthday too.
Well, the reason is that you were crashing out. Like we've all crashed out drunken on stream before by doing fire sales, okay? Not today, probably. But no, it was a problem that was affecting your stream. It's affecting his life right now because he can't wake up at 10 a.m. Like he said that he usually drunks up. He usually wakes up at 10 a.m. in a drunken rage, stupor, whatever you want to have it. He can't do his show. It's affecting his ability to work. So yes, it is a problem. It's not moral fagging. It's the observation of how you're destroying your life and your kidneys. Well, I guess it would be liver and his life and career.
It's just I see. It's like they forget I've been online like my whole life. Like I see what this.
He's terminally online. He's never been outside. He's been online his entire life. We got Max Mirror with a Confucius say, Jer can't sleep because the bull snores. Oh, interesting. Very, very wise from Asian correspondent Max Mirror.
Stuff is. Who gives a shit? I also hard cut alcohol. Who gives a shit? Like I also hard cut alcohol. Even people who are adults are like,
he's banning someone. Yeah, if he's typing, he's banning.
Like he drinks. I'm like, so what are you, some kind of fucking loser?
Yeah, because drinking is the coolest thing ever you can do. Like, oh my god, everyone that has like an entire life of drinking talks about the virtues of drinking.
I'm not
like, now I enjoy a good drink. Okay, I like to drink, but I never look back at the drinking and think it was like a worthwhile time.
Saying you have to drink, but I'm like, so
he has to drink though. We saw it in the clip that we opened with. I have to drink.
What? I don't get it.
Good job.
Yeah, you've literally said you quit drinking entirely.
He sounds like he's not perturbed at all.
Entirely. Well, I've been on a nice little break here. That's for sure. No like time frame. No like only
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
month. Just a hard cut.
The hard cut. It was the hard liquor. Maybe. I think we have one more down. This is just funny. This is from I think the farms. Although I'll mute this news because I'm not sure if it's copyright or not. But the downvoting will continue until morale improves. You can just see here that Jeremy, low score. What happens on Rumble when you downvote things is it makes it so they don't show. And the boomers are seething. They're absolutely seething. Look at all of these low-rated comments. He's actually being suppressed in the Rumble algorithm, if such a thing exists, because of all of these low-rated comments and all the boom. Like, this is the trail of smears right here. You can see. They're under attack by the woke left. That's the funny thing, is they're always like, they're trying to like game the thing, like dislike this comment if you love Jeremy, or dislike this comment if you're a woke libtard SJW, and then people just still dislike them. There are some comments that do show, but they're very funny. They're basically just like shitting on Jeremy. They can't compete. The boomers are sad. They actually are so pathetic that they take pride in their comments on Rumble. They have to return to the stream afterwards and see if people reacted to them or not. Pathetic. Gator gifted a hype. Thank you very much. Gator. All right, I think that's the other stuff. We don't need to show the other ones. All right, so we have PPP over on Twitter. He says, Quartering promised his fans a stream this morning, but once again, they were scammed. Most likely, Jerry's either hungover or still on a bender from the weekend. Suffer Quarter Pounder fans, all 6 of you or whatever.
Then on Monday on the holiday, we're gonna just do the morning stream. So on Monday, just the morning stream. And then I'll take the afternoon stream off.
Oh, he can't. It's too stressful, chat. It's too stressful to do the streams. All right, now if we go to the quartering over on view stats, it's not looking fucking good. It's pretty bleak, actually. Over 86% in the last 28 days are now short views. If we go to the 7-day average, it's the same. 86%. He's not even breaking 1 million views anymore. It's fucking rough. And you have to remember that he's actually paying for the long form views. And when I say long form, I mean 10 minutes. 10 minutes isn't a long time, but to Jeremy it is. Okay, because he's out of breath after like 1 minute of work. So it's looking pretty fucking bleak. Now we got here. All right, if this actually loads.
A quarter cup shock.
All right, this one's actually on my ad-free account. Let's see. All right, so this is from Stalin. I'm going to like this video real quick. It says the quartering, drinking, and the controller. Let's take a look.
Class. No, first of all, not everyone drinks. Second of all, like,
No, I don't fucking know. Every time he says, it makes me fucking furious. It's so stupid. It's just his catch-all phrase. I'm reading this article by something I have no idea about. What do you guys think about? I don't know.
I think there's like this.
I'm going to press X to doubt in him thinking, by the way. Gator gifted a sub. Thank you very much.
Internet rumor because I'm an adult and I, indulge every once in a while.
This is what I say when I'm getting fucking loaded. I like to indulge a little bit on the weekends. Day drinking at 5 a.m.
I'm some sort of raging alcoholic. So selling shot glasses would probably only...
He's currently banning this person, you can tell.
Fuel that fire. I'd like to see an actual...
Look, he's got a hat that says, I'm Tiger.
I'd like to see an actual alcoholic keep up with my output. Just, if people...
I would like to see an actual alcoholic steal 20 shorts a day. I mean, yes, they do that. Alcoholics still go to work, a lot of them. There are functioning alcoholics. Now, Jeremy is a dysfunctioning alcoholic, but he still has enough time in the day to steal shorts for 2 hours. That's about how much work he actually fucking does. And then I guess the rest of the time he's spent in the closet, peeking out through the gaps, or he's out back with the race cars or some shit.
If people think, an actual alcoholic put out 9 segments a day, 2 live streams, and 14 shorts every day.
He actually believes this. Does he have pink eye? It kind of looks pink to me, doesn't it?
Plus, take care of the house, walk the dogs, take care of the lawn. You're from Wisconsin.
What do you mean take care of the lawn? You bought a fucking tractor to drive around on. Oh my goodness, sitting on the track. Like most men enjoy mowing the lawns, you know? That's like a kind of like a boomerish pastime, is like the ride on mower. It's like a ride. He's like, oh, I got to mow the dog today. I'm so busy.
Being an alcoholic here is a pretty high bar. Yeah, yeah. It's just a bunch of like.
All right, so this part of this clip overlaps with the clip that we saw, but it's
a
all
bunch
in
of
good context.
that have, you know, they sit at home and
So we
they're
can
like
skip
12 years
over
old.
maybe this part. There we go.
That like, that's essentially all they come up with. It's because you said you were giving up drinking. Well, I have severely cut back, but that's actually not true because the
he's trying to calculate this in his mind. C3 Metal gifted 5 subs over on Kick. Much appreciated. Big support.
The fake, the moral over drinking came way before I ever said I was going to cut back. It's just I see, it's like they forget I've been online like my whole life. Like I see what this stuff is.
I mean, I do believe that point.
Who gives a shit?
Now, chat, who do you think gives a shit about this comment? Out of curiosity, who do you think gives a shit about this? Who gives a shit? I think I know who gives a shit about it.
Who gives a shit? Like, even people who are adults are like, he drinks. I'm like, so what are you, some kind of loser? I'm not saying you have to drink, but I'm like, so what? What? I don't get it. You've literally said you quit drinking entirely. Well, I've been on a nice little break here. That's for sure. The Nintendo controller is hanging behind you. I know. I made it like that. I thought it looked cool. Does it look dumb?
I didn't even notice this. He's just got this good Nintendo thing out there. He's getting seething. Every little comment. He's so triggered. You can see it in his eyes. You can see it in his eyes. He's so triggered by every little thing that he has to defend it. Like, who gives a shit with the controllers hanging or not?
I actually I kind of removed a lot of the gaming stuff from the set, and I just haven't replaced it yet. You're going to church on Sunday? I haven't missed church. I've only missed church one time since.
This is just, he's attending via Zoom calls. And he said that baptisms were taking too long.
Charlie Kirk was assassinated. That's when I decided I'd
Wait,
go
did
back.
his voice like trail off there out of shame?
One time since Charlie Kirk was assassinated. That's when I decided I'd go back to church. I've only missed it once. The hanging controller is triggering my autism. Okay, I'll put some other stuff on the top shelf. I don't want to be. Oh, dang, it looks dumb in my opinion. Oh, you're talking about the controller? I don't.
What the fuck is this? Nobody gives a shit about the controller. Okay. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, backgrounds on streams ultimately do not matter. It's only about the content and the enjoyment from the people. Like, this is the biggest cope that you see from like small streamers or people that are just starting off. Is like, well, I need to make my background look good, otherwise I won't be a serious streamer. I mean, it's fine if you. It can enhance the things, obviously, if you have a theme. But Jeremy, what is your theme, Jeremy? Nobody gives a shit. Why are you seething about this? Like, look at my fucking background. It's just like I put some lights up so it wasn't like yellow. That's all that I did. Okay. It's not about the background.
Okay. Going to church has made a big difference in my life. You told them you quit drinking. Okay.
He's got the LGBT lights, exactly.
Are they my mom? By the way, I basically did quit.
What do you mean? I basically did quit.
I think like I went from probably twice a week to once every 2 weeks now, basically.
Liar. This is the biggest lie that I've ever seen.
The thing is, the 9 a.m. time slot, it's actually 8 a.m. my time.
This is why he's getting pink eye. He's scratching his fucking eye, his fucking ass, and then scratching his eye.
Made weekday
Look at him go.
Drinking impossible.
Wait a second, Jeremy.
8 a.m. my time. The 9 a.m. time slot, it's actually 8 a.m. my time, made weekday drinking impossible.
So he was just day drinking, weekday drinking. Okay, day drinking is degenerate even on the weekend, but it's a bit of fun sometimes. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Having a bit of a little day drink. Okay, we all do it here and here. But like the weekday His schedule, you know, like that meme where it's like the guy's like got all these like responsibilities and there's like the gaming thing and he's like, how I can't fit this into the block. And then it's like he takes out the sleep block and puts the gaming block in. This is like Jeremy, except his entire schedule says day drinking. And he's like, well, I'm going to have to make some sacrifices here. What? Like, so it's actually part of his actual day. It's just get up, start drinking. At 9 a.m., 8 a.m., he says it's actually 8 a.m. his time.
It's already hard enough for me to get up early because I've been waking up at 10 o'clock for the last 10 years. So
this is the man that's like, his job is harder than like a real job. He has to wake up at 10 a.m. And even that is too much of a fucking struggle for him.
In a way, it forced me, like, I can't even screw with it during the week.
But the thing is, he's drinking as soon as his streams end anyway, because we know that he can't make the next time slot because it's too fucking early.
Because there's no way I'd be up in time.
Dead air. Oh my god, he's so fucking triggered by the controller.
Better. The Bible doesn't say it's a sin to drink, only being drunk overindulging. Well, there you go. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I didn't know it was bothering you.
Posture check.
I'm a 6-pack a week guy. Hey, look. As long as you're not driving, I don't really like.
But Jeremy's talked about driving drunk before.
I can tell that people that are like moral and pretending to be offended by it are like 13 years old, because like no adult I have ever met gives a shit if somebody drinks.
What? What about prohibition? Are you joking? There are some people that just cut alcoholics out of their lives entirely because they've seen the destructive force it's had on their families. What do you mean? If anything, it's the reverse. Children don't understand what drinking does to people, so they're the ones that don't care about it. It's the adults that care about judging you for drinking and your drunkenly behavior because it's affecting them. This is one of the most insane statements I've ever heard from Jeremy.
If somebody has like a legitimate problem, then, you know.
So he has to immediately backtrack his statement.
That's the thing. If they're hiding bottles all over the house and, you know, if it gets too bad. I had a friend die from drinking she was very young too. Actually,
then you think you'd know better.
2 friends died from it, which is really sad. And they were both very young.
Wait, so you've seen people, like, it's like, this actually just, like, trying to watch the quartering is actually just short circuits your brain. Because he says, like, adults don't care about people drinking. Oh, but I had 2 friends die at an early age from drinking. Yes, that's why people care about adults drinking. It is one of the most destructive forces in society. And again, I do indulge in it myself. But it's like gambling and drinking and smoking are basically the 3 big bad boys in society that people do talk about.
You know, it was sad. Like, she was supposed to get a liver transplant, but she had been secretly drinking for like,
Can we give the liver transplants to the healthy people instead of the alcoholics? Well, I mean, I guess if you need a liver transplant, you won't be healthy. But you know what I mean? Like the people that have actual liver failure, not from self-induced causes. Why are we wasting livers on these degenerates?
I don't know.
By the way, the liver's like really fantastic, actually. It like, can regenerate from basically nothing. It's pretty impressive.
Period in which she, you know, that they say you can, I don't really know how this stuff works, but like the period from when they say like, hey, you can get a liver transplant. The one thing you cannot do is drink. And she would, I don't know if it was the day of or a couple days before, but they do some sort of test on you before they give you a liver transplant. And I don't know if they test your hair or they test something to tell.
How are they going to test it for Jeremy?
If you've drank in like over a long, like somehow they can tell if you drank a long time ago. I don't know how they test it, because she was my a guy I played darts with, his girlfriend. She had been secretly drinking.
Wait a second. By the way, this is the test that they do. I actually have footage of this test that they do before to see if you can get the liver transplant. Let's take a real quick look at this. This is the test they use.
Well, it's 1 a.m. Better go home and spend some quality time with the kids.
Just a second, Homer. You gotta take a breathalyzer test before I let you drive home.
This is the chick's test that she did before the liver transplant. There you go. How many Simpsons references this show? 7? All right. I'm going to go back.
Give you a liver transplant. And I don't know if they test your hair or they test something to tell if you've drank in like over a long, like somehow they can tell if you drank a long time ago. I don't know.
Yes, because your liver's destroyed.
How they test, because she was my a guy I played darts with, his girlfriend.
Guy I played darts with, his girlfriend. So he's literally talking about the bull Adam here. By the way, did I mention this one? C3 gifted 5 subs. I think I did, but always there's a weird thing on Kick where I can't tell the ones that I've read already. It's kind of strange how it displays.
She'd been secretly drinking, and she was like getting ready for surgery, and they're like, "Oh, we found out. We did some tests, and you drank." And they took her off their list, and she died like 2 weeks later. They won't give a new liver to somebody who's drinking.
Yeah, because why would you? If they've already wasted one liver, why would they give you another? You don't deserve it. Give it to somebody that actually needs it. Like some kid that has like an actual like congenital defect or something that actually needs it.
But hey, Vaslid, thank you for the super chat. It's just a heavy thought for 9:30 in the morning.
I mean, I guess if you're drinking at 9:30 in the morning, it's a heavy thought.
Let's see. You literally have jaundice eyes. I think you should look up what jaundice eyes actually look like, because I don't.
Got him. Now, when Jeremy turns off his lights, he does look yellow and jaundiced, but he's like beaming. This is probably why he can't sleep, honestly, because like I kind of, when I was streaming late at night, I used to have the light facing towards my face, and that made it really hard for me to get to sleep. This is probably why Jeremy unironically has, I mean, apart from everything in his life, but this is probably one of the reasons. What you do is you shine the light against a white surface, and then you get reflected light, and that is not invasive and it doesn't annoy you. That's what I do now. But Jeremy can't figure it out. He has 4 studios. He's quartered up his entire like streaming setup room, and he has 4 different studios because you apparently need a studio for shorts, which doesn't make any fucking sense. But he can't figure it out that all you need to do is shoot the light at a white surface and have it reflect back on you.
But you still won't quit drinking despite knowing that? Nope. Why would I? She was a full-blown alcoholic, and now you've outed yourself, so you go away.
That's actually good advice. Like, this guy's giving good advice. He's like, look, you have 2 friends that died from drinking. Why wouldn't you change based off that? Because most people that have like changes in their life are usually because someone in their family died close to them. Like with Trump, for example, he doesn't drink at all because his brother died from alcohol at a young age as well. Now, Jeremy ignores this fact entirely and makes the Trump mixology cookbook or whatever it is. But yes, that's a good reason. This guy's like, well, you told me that I should change my lifestyle. That's a ban. And you're banned.
As a child. Let's see. All right, let's stop.
Stop. All right. Now, if we go over to the Quarterings channel over on Rumble, you'll notice something very funny. Chat. 12 hours ago, look, this is a bit of a survey. 12 hours ago, wherever you are, what day was it? Out of curiosity. For me, 12 hours ago was 2 a.m. on a Wednesday. Okay, so it's Wednesday for me. You suffer, liver, suffer. But let's have a quick look. So you've got all of these quartering thumbnails, right? Now, if we scroll down here, you'll notice that 15 days ago, there was the bizarre plane accident, AOC cringe, hijabi Walmart employees. This is his Monday show with the quartering. See here. And maybe I'm wrong about this. But he went from like his Friday show, Tuesday show, Monday show. Now, wait a minute, Jeremy. And it's the same fucking thumbnail. He's so lazy now that he can't even bother to get the right fucking thumbnail order. So it's like, yeah, Friday, we started drinking. Oh, is it Tuesday? Oh, it's Monday now. It's Monday. It's the time traveling rumbler. Yes, that's exactly what's happening here. Now, this is a fun one because, like, you may remember that Jeremy said, like, he loves it when the weekend is consistent. And personally, I love it when Monday becomes Tuesday, and then Saturday becomes Sunday. I love my fucking consistency in the week. It's very base when the week's consistent. But for Jeremy, Tuesday is followed by Monday. Now, if we actually go to his streams, now I may get the timestamps wrong here because I had to reset my computer, but I think I should have the right ones. Jeremy's seething out about this story. So this was like a big news or some shit. It's like this guy had like a weird shadow, and people like thinking it's like a mask or something.
Narrative, he controls the strike capabilities, and
He's just like looking at this guy's neck fold. And this is a weird thing for Jeremy to criticize, considering the folds in his own eyes. Remove the fold from your own eyes, Jeremy, before judging the one in your neighbor's.
the policy he set with the blockade has had short-term and long-term effects on the.
He's obsessed with his neck flap. He's a lizard person.
What do we think? What's going on here?
It's a shadow. That's what's going on there. It's a shadow, Jeremy.
Sorry about that. I was still muted. Many
He's
have asked
muted.
what the hell is going on with U.S. Navy Admiral who appeared to be wearing a skin mask on Fox. I reviewed the raw broadcast aired Tuesday to confirm it's not edited or AI generated, and it's strange.
It's a
I can't
yes.
explain it. Full unedited segment in the replies.
Reconfigured a number of things, I am certain. What do you think the next best move is today? Well, I agree with the general completely. With
This is the actual show. The neck cussy, yes.
a little short of the real objective here. The president has time on his hands. He controls the narrative, he controls the strike capabilities, and he knows that the policy he set with the blockade.
The Adam's apple doesn't fall very far from the tree. We got Dave with a £5 says, I had an issue with drinking. Plenty of people told me I needed to sort that out. Jeremy is an ignoramus. Yes. Well, that's the thing is you need your friends to be the ones that come to you and tell you that have a problem. That's why interventions exist. It's the people that love you that tell you need to make a change.
It looks weird.
Yes, it does. But look at Jeremy's face. Let's zoom in. Let's zoom in real quick on these eyes. Where's my Chrome light gone? All right, let me see. Look at these fucking shadows under his own baggy eyes. They're baggy. Oops, there we go. That's Jeremy's eyes. Don't they look red? Is it his lightings or is it? I don't know. It's probably the pink eye.
Regime and the people of Iran. So he's been very astute in leveraging that time. And so I don't.
Most people claim it's below chin lighting coming from the front, casting a shadow. It is possible.
What do you mean it's possible? It's a shadow. He's not a reptile wearing a skin mask, Jeremy.
Like here it is not super zoomed in.
This is the updates from the show. The neck segment. Coming up neck, we have reptilian masks.
Thanks for coming back, sir, and good morning.
Oh
to
my
you.
God.
General Keem was with Dane and me yesterday. Let's begin with this analysis and we'll get on.
This is what I'm going to look like in about 2 years, by the way, chat. So get ready for it.
To you.
We're going full Mr. Clean. It's over, okay? The Reapers come for me. It's time to give it up and start going clean shaven.
The president has exhibited a huge amount of patience here since the ceasefire.
What about this guy's neck? Like, you can see the shadows in the other guy as well.
So Iran has a vote in this as well.
I mean,
they've reconfigured a number of things, I am certain. What do you think the next best move is?
I don't know. I think it's just it looks weird.
Yeah, it's a shadow.
One caveat. Patience may be
Like there's some lighting below here, but I don't know. It does.
has time on his hands.
I don't know.
Controls the narrative. He controls the strike capability.
I would say like
this is the show that he can't get up for he can't get up at 8 a.m. or whatever to do his 9 a.m. segment to watch 10 minutes of neck clips.
I want to say it's just a shadow because shadows can do weird things.
Fucking shadows, how do they work?
It is a little weird looking, isn't it?
Abilities.
I mean, you can see it the way the shadows change as he talks.
Shows that the policy he set with the.
All right, we'll have to defer to the chat's opinion. If you think this is just normal shadow, press 1. Press B if you think that it's reptilian overlords.
Blockade
Like you can see on the fold here.
has had short-term and long-term.
You guys know I'm not like a big conspiracy theory guy, so I want to say, it's
it looks fucking rough. It looks like he has a black eye. He's like, how the fuck does shadows work? Oops, did I press the wrong button there? All right, hold on, we gotta zoom in on this one. Oh, where the fuck is this? There it is. Doesn't he look like he's got a black eye? It's just like, that's how bad his Tanuki eyes have gone. Old Sampaku eyes, Jeremy.
It's got to be, I mean, it's one hell of a weird shadow. It's definitely a weird shut off. Or shadow. He might have had some sort of surgery.
All right. Now, at the risk of being pirate software, I'm going to demonstrate to Jeremy how a shadow works, okay? So you have this old geezer here. There's his nose, okay? There's his chin. You go down here, and he's got a neck fold here, okay? Now, light is quite weird in the way it works. It works in a line like fucking this, okay, Jeremy? So you see this area here, right? Wait, let's undo that. Make that, yeah. Oh, damn it. Here we go. Okay. There we go. There we go. Now we need to click somewhere else. There we are. And go back to our brush. There we go. This area is dark because the light can't fucking hit it. Okay? That's how the shadow works. It's literally simple as.
And it's a scar. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a fat neck.
Yeah.
By the way, you can see the cum stains on his fucking t-shirt. Like, that's greasy
Yeah.
as fuck.
1,000,000% mask. I don't know.
What is, like, does Jeremy ever actually give his opinion on these things?
That mofo ain't real.
All right, that's the neck. That's the next segment. That's the next segment. All right, here's the.
Check this out. What an what an abs.
No, let me see. I don't remember. This is the wrong clip. Hold on a second.
What an absolute psychopath. Check this out.
All right, that's the wrong clip. So hold on with me. Bear with me briefly. Bear with me briefly here, chat. Unfortunately, I have lost the clip that I was looking for. So we're going to have a quick intermission. I'll be right back while I figure out where this is. I had to reset my PC, and the actual clip that I'm looking for is not that one. So we'll be right back. Quick tax-free break. Go to the bathroom or whatever, and we'll come back in just a minute. Where is that break song? It is right. Dooby-dooby-doo. I actually can't find it because I'm stupid. There it is.
Did you hear me? It is tax-free. My Zannies, my hookers, my super chats too. Hit that button, cause every single super chat I got it tax-free. Tax-free. Take out your pill bottles, shake your pills, shake your pills, because it's gonna be tax-free. Tax-free, tax-free. Tell your wickers that we got it. Tax-free in my little tin shack. Cats flying in tornadoes. Gun flopping up and down. Let's get the guns out. Gun, 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 gun. Shake it around when it's tax-free. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. It's a tip, so it's tax-free. But wiggle. You best not fold the bullshit because these super chats, they all tax-free. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yo, Faith, don't make me say it. Squeeze. Child support, Faith, it's tax-free. COPESVILLE, cause it's tax-free. That's right, bitch. Now kiss my Gucci hat. I said kiss it. It's authentic, bitch. It's time to gun out. Shake your gun like you mean it. Squeeze. Welcome to the kill stream. This song. Wiggle, wiggle. What you mean I'm drunk? I'm sober, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Maybe one more. So take out your pill bottles and shake your pills, and wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. It's a tip, so it's tax-free. But wiggle.
All right. Alrighty, I found it. I had to reset my computer just before the stream, so this reloaded, and I had everything lined up. But here it is. This is the sponsored segment from Jeremy about Israel. This is really funny. I've seen a couple people react to this, and it is honestly one of the funniest things, I think. But since we're talking about sponsored segments, we do have to make a brief message from the channel sponsor, and that is thedragonstreasure.com, a haven for anime and tea lovers. Get some delicious tea. Not just for me, but for thee, okay? They sold out of apple cider vinegar after I mentioned it, although personally, whoever bought it with my wasn't using my code, but it's delicious. It's tea. And there's a special announcement, okay? Special announcement. Wait, hold on. I need to get... The Dragon's Treasure says, there is a battle between myself, memecopium, and Law Tube Sean. Who will earn the most using their respective coupon codes? The winner at the end of the year will receive a bonus. Use code COPE for memecopium. Use code COPE for potentially criminal for criminal savings. Despite the smaller size, memecopium is currently ahead in sales this year. Step it up, Sean. Let the battle win. Some of you mad lads actually bought some fucking tea with my code, which surprises me. And actually, I'm surprised that we're selling more than Sean. Must be all of the code COPE emoji stickers that we've been spamming in his chat as we trying to defraud this tea man. Yes, it's the Sean man versus the bad sand man. So go get some tea if you so choose to. It's delicious. Some Australian bought over $100 of tea and saved $10 using code COPE on thedragonstreasure.com. There you go. There's the actual sponsor segment. Kind of. I mean, it's an affiliate code. But this leads nicely into the Israel segment. But first, since we are talking about Israel, we need to say that Raymond gifted 10 kicks. Doom Studios with a 250 says, when do you think Jer will reactivate his X account? I'm surprised he hasn't reactivated it already, but he has to reactivate it before the 30-day window. Otherwise, he loses it. If you don't use it, you lose it. So if he doesn't reactivate it and just make it private or something like Mudahar did when we see that and tried to pretend he was going off Twitter, then there's going to be some very funny trolls with the actual quartering handle. And I'm not sure he's going to like what that happens. We also got Trucker Rob says, can't believe you don't believe it's lizard people, shaking my head. I believe in lizard people. I'm just saying that he's not a lizard person. Okay. All right. Let us get into this segment. This is fun. This is really, really fun.
Chats help a lot. There is. Balloting.
All right.
Let's see. Is there another ad read?
All right, so he's going through his Rumble ad reads. Now, the way Rumble works is you have all of these ads you can read through the studio, and you get a portion of money based on every 1,000 viewers. And people that use Rumble have determined that Jeremy's about to make $20. He's selling his soul to the Middle East, to Jerusalem, for $20. Although it's not surprising based on his own on his audience. Okay, they love this shit. But when you go into the Rumble ad studio, they're listed by, you can listen by various things, but usually it's listed by price of ad. That's why he was reading coffee ads, even though he has a coffee company himself. He saw that the Rumble coffee ad was paying the most, so he had to read it. But now he's going through the list and he's found out the next highest payer, the state of Israel.
There is. I use Rumble Studio because it allows me to
read ads,
do ad reads that help support the channel. You know, your super chats help a lot, or your Rumble rants.
And remember, every super chat is tax-free.
Sorry. Picking up the coffee helps a lot. Joining at thequartering.com helps a lot. It all adds up. So I appreciate you guys always being, understanding of that kind of stuff, because it definitely keeps the lights on. So this one we've got, let me see here. I don't know if that disappeared or not. There we go. You love Israel. You stand with Israel. But did you know your portfolio can stand with Israel too? Wise Money Israel manages Israeli stock and bond accounts for Christians and pro-Israel.
Look at his face. He didn't even know what the ad was about before he started reading it. And now you can see that he's... Wait a minute. I'm reading a money for Israel?
Investors around the world who want their money to reflect what they believe. When you invest in Israeli companies, you're participating in the economy of the Jewish state, the invocation coming out of the Holy Land, and the nation God promised to bless. For many believers, it's one of the most tangible ways you can put faith into action. You can check out, there's a QR code, and then there's wisemoneyisrael.com. You can check that out, or links in the description as well.
It's just realizing I sold my soul to Israel Wise Money for $18 because Jeremy's like allegedly getting 1,000 viewers on Rumble every time he goes live, and these are Rumble numbers, so let's not pretend they're real numbers. Okay, half of them are just trolls, but Rumble pays per 1,000, per milli, cost per milli, CPM. It's pretty common against all sorts of shows, sites, I should say. So we know exactly how much money he got. He got $18 for this ad read.
And now let's get
$18. What do you need $9 for? What do you need $4.05 for this this ad read, Jeremy?
to this. I've got 4 more topics today. There's so much news.
There's so much fresh news. Don't you love the smell of the news in the morning chat?
There's so much news. It's bonkers. Where's this one? All right, now there's this.
That's almost a quarter.
This story.
There's so much news. By the way, he's gonna have a neck fold pretty quick if he keeps picking at it like that.
Oh boy.
Ooh, buddy.
Let's go here. Let's go here. And
I love how stupid his setup is, that when he goes onto this, he doesn't even bother to crop his OBS layout. Like, all you need to do is move this bar across so that it matches up with the boxes, okay? He's just so, like, he's honestly just so large. He's so rotund that he's exploding out of his box into the next box and taking up half of it. It's like you have to pay 2 seats on an airplane. He has to pay for 2 boxes on OBS. We got Doom Studio with a 250 saying, Israel won't let Jer join the 7K club. Poor Jeremy. Oh, no, say don't so.
that. Today is like effectively a Monday. And
what do you mean by that? Effectively a Monday? What day was this on? Insane weekend news catch up. Wait, what day was the 26th? Was that a Monday? That was a Tuesday. What are you talking about? Tuesday is basically Monday. I mean, they all sort of blend together for me. I mean, I guess so.
Mondays are always, there's always so much news.
What?
There's just
the news isn't determined by the day of the week, by the way. But Jeremy's of this opinion that like people that like, I guess crime just takes Friday off or something. What do you mean? Monday was a holiday? Oh, okay. I see. Okay, that makes sense. Sorry, I'm not an American. That actually does make sense.
Always so much news on Mondays.
It's the fresh
I don't know why this window
news goes
capture
bad
always
after
gives me
28
grief.
hours. What do you mean? Why does it give you grief? You have to change the layout.
Come on. Oh, I know what I gotta do. There it is. Okay.
Look at these fucking tabs, by the way.
Hey, you know.
Yeah, okay. That's kind of my L, honestly. The not knowing it was Memorial Day. We don't have Memorial Day in Japan, okay? I'm not an American. Well, they do have they do have a Memorial Day in Japan, but it's for a very different reason.
It's in there. I'll read it.
What? Like, watching Jeremy uncut is honestly the craziest thing, because you see the clips and they're very funny, but actually raw Jeremy is just so fucking stupid. What is this? How do you do How'd you do Broken Baker and Valhalla Awaits Bad? They just rated Crafty Ho Ho instead of you. Okay. I don't know. I haven't spoken to Valhalla Awaits in a long time. After Jeff died, I kind of fell out with everyone in that sort of sphere. But I don't think there's any bad blood between Broken Baker and Valhalla Awaits and myself. Maybe not. I mean, you're not forced to raid everyone, right? If they want, they can raid whoever they want. It's their show. I like talking to Valhalla Awaits though. I like his Lego collection.
Let's see here.
He's not what? He's uncut. He's not Jewish. But I might be ending the stream shortly, so maybe I can stream rate them as well. Who knows? Korea has a Memorial Day. That's very true. What is fucking going on with the show? Is he actually is he typing Grok what to talk about, or is he banning people?
I played Time and Rules in the Third Dimension.
Disloyal. Yes,
Well,
exactly.
there's that. Tactical Sauce says, couldn't even get 2 seconds in. Hey, it's just I watch the chat, and I know the chat's gonna have certain reactions for certain things. But you know what? At the end of the day, Rumble
He just got a message that says shut it down.
Studio is an incredible tool that allows creators to make a little bit of money.
A little bit is the emphasis there. $18.
That you guys don't have to pay for, So that's good. Definitely a good thing. Everybody who streams should be using Rumble Studio. It's stupid. It's like free money.
It's free money. It's free money. I mean, is it free money when you're selling your soul to wives in Tel Aviv? I don't know about that.
You don't have to do every ad read like I do, but I have a big staff, and I'm trying to.
He should have just stopped at saying he's got a big.
Keep everyone paid and keep everyone happy, and having their
Big stuff,
paychecks
by the way.
clear. So
He's itchy.
all right.
Wait, what the fuck is? Oh, never mind. I thought I spotted something. I was wrong.
Oh yeah, we have so many.
This is the actual show. I have to you guys have to be subjected to how terrible this actually is, so you know.
These are a little bit more fun.
Are they?
These are a little bit more fun.
Dead air.
I'm a good guy. Hey,
he's a good guy.
If Palestine wants to run ads in there, then I'll read their ad too.
Literally, he'll do anything for $18. The real question is, who will suck the most D for $18? Jeremy or Chrissie? We got Real Max Mora with a 200 yen. That's enough for a strong zero, which I'm taking out of Max's mouth. May 24th, 5th. Take a knee for the George Floyd. Oh, that's right. It was his special day, wasn't it?
Generally, the only thing I don't read is gambling. That's like generally a hard. Gambling ads are generally a hard no for me. But the rest of stuff.
That's a weird line to draw in the sand. Considering Jeremy's talked about all of his gambling days, I guess maybe he's learned his lessons.
It's just an ad. I can't control what ads play on the channel, pre-roll and post-roll. So,
on Rumble, I think yes, you can. I don't know, but you literally get to choose the ads on Rumble. It seems now on YouTube, obviously, it's different.
Oh,
And actually, wait a second. This is not true. You actually can control the ads on YouTube. This is a straight up lie. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can show you this. I think it's in settings. If you go into settings, add categories, sensitive categories. Yeah, you can. Look at this. Jeremy's just straight up lying. If you go to YouTube, the back end of YouTube, you can literally block sensitive categories. Look, you can block alcohol, you can black magic, astrology, and esoteric, cosmetic procedures, body, you can dating, you can block all of these. YouTube actually gives you the ability to block every type of ad. Now on Rumble, I'm not sure, but I don't know if I've ever seen an ad on Rumble that wasn't one of the ones that people read themselves. But Jeremy would never tell a lie.
is there an ad you won't read? Oh yeah, I just answered that. Pornography and gambling.
It was very funny, the esoteric black magic stuff. So I could block that and prevent Styx, Hex, and Sammer's ads from coming up, I guess.
Are two things that I generally won't. Crypto is hard.
He literally, when I was going through these looking for a shield, I think at the beginning of this stream he was crypto shilling actually for the Rumble wallet, which is a crypto wallet.
It has to be specific. It has to be like a tangible thing. I would never promote a single coin or something like that. You know what I mean?
Is he just popping a Zanny right there?
It has to be specific. It has to be like a tangible thing. I would never promote a single coin or something like that.
I would never promote something degenerate. Oh, it's either a Zanny or a Zen, which he said he quit the Zens, but we know that he can't go 2 days without quitting something.
You know what I mean? If the ad was something like get in on this coin at the base level so that you You can, I would never do that. Like if it's like an app or it's like, I don't know, something crypto related, I'm generally fine with that. By the way, any first time viewers out there in chat today? We are live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Today, we're going to probably go all the way up until 11 o'clock or 11:30. And then I have to be alive, or I'm sorry, 12:30. And then I have to be live again at 2 Eastern.
You don't have to. Like he's like, I have to do. I have to go. You don't. You can choose. You can choose what you want to do.
It's a busy day.
Is it?
And it's but it's good. You get ahead a little bit. The way the workflow works kind of with this is like you bust.
Here we go. Here's the business meeting.
Bust your ass Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Then usually Thursday comes around and you've got a few videos left over that you haven't published. Friday comes around and you basically don't have much to do. So you work like 12 hours to 14 hours on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday.
Is he talking about every day? We're putting in 12-hour days on Sundays. That's the Lord's Day, Jeremy.
Friday are much lighter and Saturday's usually wide open.
This is just the way the news cycle works. People just don't commit crime on Tuesdays, or they don't commit crime on Friday and Thursday, I guess. They just take the weekend off. There's nothing happening around the entire world. The news just comes out at 9 a.m. every Monday. That's why he has to stream at that time. And the idea of like old news or stale news is so stupid as well, because like the most like influential news shows are always like the 6 o'clock news at the end of the day, because people are coming home from work and they want to see what happened in the world when they actually have time to watch it. This is so like, I guess like content brained that he's like, I have to be there at 9 a.m. so I can read my Daily Mail. They have fresh and 9 a.m. wake up and smell the fresh mail on Daily Mail.
Off weekend helping me reset. If you're new to the stream, just make sure you click that green follow button down below the channel. It would be great. So many more segments. And then we get Tardcast with Melanie.
He actually calls his own show Tardcast, which is very appropriate.
It's always great.
Is it great, Jeremy?
$12 to 14 hours. I mean, basically, yeah. I mean, think about this. So
I just got an interesting email, Chad.
To find
I'm going to vague post about it.
Stories do I have today? So I got 4 left. And I did 4 for recording. I did 3 for recording live. So that's 11 stories. So I have to find 11 stories, you know, and 5, 10, 15 articles or media pieces each. So that usually takes about
his life. Can we get some sympathy for Jeremy? His life is so tricky. He has to go through the Daily Mail and look for 10, 12 articles. Oh my goodness. I can't imagine that. Like, can you imagine anything more difficult than being a YouTuber?
3 or 4 hours at night for me to prepare for the morning. Some people have enough money to pay somebody to do that. I don't.
Wait, what? He just said he has a big team he has to pay for. And then he's like, some people have people that can look for news articles. He's doing everything himself. What a liar. Like, has this man ever said anything true? What happened to your team, Jeremy? Like, he claims that there's some guy that's working on his thumbnails. I don't think so. That's some bullshit. Like, have you seen his thumbnails? They're exactly the same all the time. He has a template, and he just puts in whoever's the face of he's talking about in it. What is it? What is this? So what I said earlier, apparently the fan sites can give you AI tokenless. I guess in regards to like the chatting with you mean like the AI is talking to people? I guess so. I don't know.
So I find...
Yes, it's Schrodinger's employees.
It's generally I need 9 topics. Today I had 11, but in general I need 9.
9/11.
So I get... I spend my night while like after dinner, after we feed the dogs, I spend 2 to 3 hours at night while I'm watching TV with my wife, getting all the top.
By the way, hold on a second. I actually have a photo of Jeremy sitting on the couch watching TV with his wife. while he's collecting his news articles. Here it is. Here's the Jeremy sitting in TV with his wife. This is actually what's happening. So my wife is so tired of me commenting on every POC I see on history dramas and advertising. I now just have a bell on my chair as my outlet for my frustration instead of take it. Fuck's sake. More nogs. Ding, 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 ding. This is what he's doing when he's collecting his articles.
Topics ready for the next day. Then I get up 6:30 in the morning, my time, for an 8 o'clock stream, my time. Come down here, get all the tabs open, get all the stories ready.
Look at those
then
tabs.
Stream for 3 hours. Take an hour off. Then
imagine streaming for 3 hours. I couldn't imagine that.
Stream for another hour. Then, if there's any breaking news, make videos for that. There's usually one story that breaks in the day.
This is how it works. In a planet with like 10 billion people or some shit now, there's one news story a day breaking. While he's like scrounging on Twitter for whatever Elon's talking about that day.
Take the dogs out, eat dinner,
piss on the dogs.
Start finding topics for the next day.
Wait, does this man have 2 dinners?
That's every day.
All right, that's a bit disingenuous. I know what he's talking about.
Every day is the same. 6 more? No, I've done 6. I have 4 left.
Hey, what is this? Anissa is posting OF content with iDubbbz, sucking his D. Look, it's a pickle. It started as a meme, but I won't lie. It got really hot really fast. Getting on my knees, looking up at the camera while I take it in the mouth. So she's going full Chrissie Mayr on her husband, which is the first time that Ian's probably got his dick sucked. So that's congratulations for him. Big W.
Stream yourself playing Diablo. Yeah, that would be a lot funner.
I think he means it's a lot more fun.
Somebody asked about why.
I would love to see him play Diablo though, because it'd be so shit. You know, he would rage and seethe about it.
Why there's so many hours? Why I work so many hours in a day? Yeah,
you're working, sir.
Yeah.
It's funner and gooder, exactly.
What's going on with RFK? Okay. RFK is just picking up some snakes like a crazy maniac.
Picking up snakes is a lot of fun. I've done it before.
This guy's a lunatic.
He picked up snakes. I'm going insane. RFK's from is he from Florida? A Floridian picked up a fucking snake. Ah, I'm losing my mind. It's a rat snake. It's got no fangs. Ah. I love it. Like catching snakes is actually really fun. Although I can't recommend it if you're in a venomous snake country. But the snakes around my area, there are venomous snakes in Japan, Mamushi, the pit vipers. But typically we just have rat snakes, so they're fine to pick up.
So what are they?
Snakes.
He bit his tie.
They were having sex. So what were they?
No, he got him there.
Are they biting?
They're spurging.
The mouths are huge.
His wife's like, come on, Bobby.
This is actually like a retard, you know. He caught the snakes. They're biting him. I like it when he picked up the snakes. Like, what is going on here?
RFK is truly a maniac. I love it.
What? He picked up a snake. You guys don't pick up animals? What are you talking about? This is the show. Like, he does this for 3 hours a day and he calls it a show. This is Mongo maxing. It is.
No porn. Oh, well, yeah. Gotta be careful with that.
True.
All right, let's go.
That was actually like watching a retard in real time, though, right? He picked up the snake. I like it when the snake bit him.
RFK used to wrestle bears like Daniel Boone. I bet that's true.
About that's true? You mean I bet that's true?
I bet that's true.
There you go. You got it, big guy. Like, unironically, I think we're going to have to stop talking about Jeremy because, like, I actually feel bad for this guy now, which is it's hard to believe because he's such a piece of shit. He deserves what he's getting. But, like, it is actually like picking on a retarded child talking about Jeremy.
Well, he did do some, didn't he like pick up a corpse or something like that?
What?
He picked up some sort of like corpse off the side of the road. Was it like a whale corpse or
what are you talking about? RFK just is picking up dead whales? All hail the blue whale. Like, there's just like a sperm whale on the side of the road in Florida, and he just picks up it. What do you mean by that? Do you mean like a small porpoise, like maybe like a baby dolphin or something? Like, what do you mean picking? He goes around picking up whales. What does this mean? Is it political?
Something. There was some weirdness that he did.
Like, unironically, what is anyone in chat actually know what Jeremy's referring to? Because this makes no fucking sense to me.
That like people are holding against him.
By the way, you can't do that in New Zealand. If you pick up a whale corpse or a carcass, as someone in chat was saying, the Maori get very upset about that because they have rights to all of the whale bones or something in New Zealand. Seems like bullshit to me. You can't like own the ocean, fucking, you know.
I don't know what that was all about. Yeah. Was it a bear or a whale?
What? Basically the same thing.
Could have been a whale. It was a dead bear, and they left it in the park in New York. Yeah, cocaine's a hell of a drug, I guess. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
What's the joke here? Is it like a cocaine bear joke or something? By the way, you don't want to make cocaine jokes when you're sniffing like this.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't deny his party era. So I could definitely see, that.
It's a whale bear? Okay.
Well, we have truly reached the end times. If you are, I don't know, between your late 30s and your early 60s, we have now seen...
What? Is he like record? Is this beginning of a new video?
Well, we have truly...
Because Jeremy double dips. What he does is he records... So he live streams, and then he cuts his live stream up into videos. Because he's so fucking lazy, he just double dips everything. That's why there's so many errors in his videos. It's because it's all doing live and he doesn't do any tapes.
Reach the end times. If you are, I don't know, between your late 30s and your early 60s, we have now seen a resurgence of many of people's crushes growing up who have basically been aged out of Hollywood, resorting to, well, you know. It wasn't that long ago.
I don't know. Why don't you tell me? What do you mean? Is he talking about OF?
No. Shannon Elizabeth, the woman who was in the American Pie movies, decided that she wanted to sell pictures on the internet. Now we have another one. Down goes.
So grannies are making OF accounts. Okay.
Goes the beautiful star of Battlestar Galactica. Now, I don't have a problem with, I have a problem with this type of content in general. But what
he stands for fucking nothing. This man has no morals. He wants to double dip. He wants to enjoy the Guna content while also criticizing it.
What I have a problem with is the way that both of these women branded it as empowering and destigmatizing. And then,
like, do you have more respect for Jeremy or whores? One for Jeremy, two for whores. I know it's like the bottom of the barrel, but like, at least the whores are actually working, is what I'll say. Now, I don't think it's a good job, but at least they're not stealing content.
They ended up just selling pictures of the beehole on the internet anyway.
There we go.
Like they tried to brand this like if they're any different than
all right, I think that's enough of that. By the way, don't miss Jennifer Lopez, 56, flaunts her incredible abs as she strips down to a skimpy white bikini while celebrating Memorial Day. All right. We're reaching the end of the Jeremy stuff chat. All right. Now there's this old post. I was going to go through this. We might do a quick post show over on Kick. So this is kind of where I'm just kind of mining for content. But if you want to see this part of the show, go over onto Kick. Thank you, YouTube bros. We're going to go over there. Let me see if there's anyone to restream to. Is there anyone that I know that's live? Not on my subscription tab. Oh, what's this? Angry Birds. Oh, sorry, that's dinosaur related. I can't talk about that on this stream. All right, YouTube. Peace out. If you want to see the rest of the, we'll probably go for like, probably not too long, maybe like a 20-30 minute post show, something like that, over on Kick. Same name as this channel, and we will continue there for a little. Wait, no, you know what? Let's continue for another 20 seconds of rambling. Then when I can call this a 3-hour episode with just 10 more seconds. I mean, should we play a song? Or do we do a quick intermission? Maybe that'd be the way to do it.
How's
I'm Tiger.
okay. Let's see. Oh,
Strong.
This